Good morning, Vietnam.
What?
Yes, that was a
Okay,
countdown, but
there it
not
is.
good morning,
Hello.
Vietnam.
Are we live, Rowan?
Yeah, we're
We are
Yeah,
live.
live. Live
it's
and
Nice.
sound
live.
is up.
Okay.
It's
Welcome,
live.
everyone, to Children of Midnight. We are just as big as dumbasses as before. It has
We
Yep.
not
are
changed.
No.
chaotic as.
Um, Before we get started, could everyone tell me if you could transform into any animal at will, what animal would you want to transform into?
Wait, are you asking us or are you asking
Yeah,
the? Oh, I I don't see how this question is relevant. Now I'm scared.
it's not relevant, but go for it.
Okay.
Getting to know you, getting to know
Oh,
all
oh God.
about you.
Oh God. I was trying to pull up my sheet and everything went terrible.
I
Um,
can start while you guys are thinking.
I would say a bat.
I would want to be an Arctic tern, the bird, because they actually like fly the longest of any other bird. Like I think they
Hmm.
circumnavigate the globe like twice. I'd never have to go on a plane again.
Planes
They're
are the
so
worst.
cool.
They're
That is
cool.
true. I like bats,
Bats
especially
are
the
neat.
fucking ginormous fruit bats.
Mm.
Oh yeah, those look like dog bats.
I mean, what? They're
Mm.
also
If we're
called
going,
flying foxes. It's great.
oh yeah. If we're going with winged creatures, then I would have to take the peregrine falcon because they are the
Dragon.
fastest bird and they nest up in cliffs and stuff, and I think that would be really cool. And also, hunting and things. That'd be fun.
I don't really like most winged creatures, so I'm gonna go to my default answer of be a cool wolf because wolves are cool,
A
Yeah.
cool
and I
wolf.
could run
That's
around
really
in the
cool.
woods and not be affected by the cold as much as a human being.
Nice.
That's fair.
Alrighty. Let's get started. So our camera pans in. Where do you guys usually do rituals?
I think we said Helen's place because
Yeah,
it's
All
right next
right.
to the copper circle.
I've
So
got the circle and all the stuff.
your camera pans into Helen's place, where you see all of you gathered around the copper circle, ready to begin a ritual that will gain you access into Dick's mind. Because last time you were there, you had noticed that there's some Red Watch markings, footprints from Red Watch boots. And
In
you were
his
like, oh
mind.
shit.
Yeah. And we didn't get a
Especially
chance
now
to
that we
check that
care
out.
about him a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know if we'd say a whole lot, but we at least care about him enough to go, that ain't right.
Harry loves him.
Of course, Harry does.
Yeah. So you
He doesn't.
decided to go back in, take another look. Who is leading this ritual?
I can, if anyone's okay with that.
I'm fine
All
with
right.
Yeah,
that.
Helen, what does that look like?
We've got a 7-pointed star on the ground made with chalk, and we've got some hair of his that, and like a half-eaten sandwich. New hair and new half-eaten sandwich, not the same hair and half-eaten sandwich you used last time. Um,
Actually, this time it's probably just like hair from the inside of a hat that Harry was helping him make, and then like a half-eaten cookie that Harry had foisted on him, and he ate like 2 bites of, and then was like, "Harry, what the fuck? Stop this."
maybe a paper cup that he had used, but not like with his fingerprints on it or something. So those things are in the shape in the center, and the three of us are sitting on the outsides of the circle, but still within the copper. And Helen's doing the thing with the wand and the chanting and the stuff.
Yeah. So 10 minutes ago, when Jane Doe, when you were in the common room, of the game shop, Redacted actually had a TV on, and you saw an interview, between Adam and, let's see, the New York Cosmos. And Adam was like, yes, I've been attacked by unbound witches. It was unprovoked, and they flipped over my car. How do you feel about that, Jane?
Jane's making the exact same face I'm making and shaking her fist. That bastard Adam!
Isn't
Huh?
he an unbound witch?
Yeah.
Isn't he just like shooting himself in his own extremities?
I guess
Well,
so. Maybe he's confident in his ability that he's got his own shit covered. But
Some people's kids.
Jane thinks, fist into the air. Fuck you, Adam!
Harry, you, about, I think, an hour ago, you got a letter. It had I think it had like a nice wax seal. It smells faintly of roses. It, of course, was from Rose. And she requests that you do not visit Rara Avis for a few days. She does not specify why. How do you feel about this?
like a little sad, but I trust her.
Okay.
And
Our
like I
camera.
trust that, like if she has a reason for it, she'll let me know when the thing blows over. And like
Yeah.
the reason why, and like we knew that things had been ramping up against Rara Avis, and it would make sense. But
Yeah.
sorry.
You're good. No, sorry. I shouldn't be cutting you off. Helen. Your ex, Dave.
Fuck
Dave!
He has been unnervingly quiet. You know, when he's fixated on something, he's usually not subtle about it. How do you feel about this?
Well, I thought that I was rid of the Dave. And now that I am not. Paranoid, I think is the right word. I feel paranoid about it. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, you're sure it's fine, right?
Yeah,
What could go wrong?
There's
Did we
nothing
ever chase
wrong
down
with
that
this.
warehouse lead?
No, but that sounds like a good thing to do sometime soon.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Our camera cuts back to the ritual circle, which is starting to glow as the spell progresses to gain access into Dick's mind. And the light around it begins to swirl, and you see the outline of a little cat come, and it touches each of you with its noses, just a little boop, a little smush. And as it does, you feel sleepiness begin to come over you. And you wake up on lay down in a familiar, very cold snow bed.
Is it still like completely ice, or is there like some signs of it thawing?
Well, as you wake up, it's still pretty cold, but as you look around you, you're outside of the wall from earlier where you started the first time. There's the giant door, but it's not like bolted closed, like it's open a bit, a crack. And you can notice poking out of the snow's a bit slushy, and there's actually snowdrops. Just
Flowers?
yeah, the snowdrop, the flower, just poking out here and there.
I'm
What's
going
the
to
plan of?
I'm going to pick a couple of the snowdrops because I know that those are a vital ingredient in his stimula potions or energy potions. And that might come in handy later.
Nice.
Nice tool for later.
You
They're
never know.
mind snowdrops, so I'm not sure you'll be able to take them out of his mind. Maybe you will be. I don't. Let me roll for that.
I might need to brew the potion in his brain.
True.
I don't know.
50-50 chance you'll be able to take him out. Let's see. Oh, yes, you can take him out of his brain.
Sweet!
Liddy.
Sorry.
Oh god.
My mad scientist is showing.
A little bit. We love it.
All right.
So I remember last time you were here, there were footprints. Do you guys want to find those, or what's the plan of attack here?
Like, yeah, but like, didn't
Last time we
it was
found
more
those.
complicated to get in the door last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to
I
actually just
think,
sneak in the door if we can. Like, pull it open a little bit
yeah, but
through
I,
the
I
scoochy
think
side.
I do want to have
One suggestion is
oh
maybe
no,
Sweet Pea and Drag can do a recon flyby
yeah,
just before we do anything.
yeah, I
Make
was
sure
thinking about
everything's on
that
the up
too.
and up.
Nice. Okay, I don't think you'll need a roll for that.
I have all of my dice except for my d6s. That is unfortunate.
Oof.
Oh no,
I
that's the only
have
dice you need.
I have one d6.
Oh, okay.
Let's hope this one's lucky.
So Sweet Pea and Drag fly over. They make a few circles. You see the big sort of castle that was at the center last time. There's a beam of light that sort of comes out from it and rotates a little bit like a lighthouse. You can see there still are the snow creatures, the ice demons you ran into earlier. But now they're sort of half melted and deformed and a little slushy. Um, the bad part about it is it being a little slushy is now the footprints are harder to find. You'll have to figure out some way to track this individual.
I have target.
You do have a target. Do you want to go in and see if you can
Yeah,
track them
can I
down?
do a target roll?
Well, do we
Yeah, what does
remember
this
where we
look like?
saw the last pair when we were in here
I think
last?
that's easy enough. I think Helen has a good memory being a mad scientist.
One would think.
One would
You'd
hope.
hope.
I think it's like ADHD, but it focuses more on, instead of the distraction part of ADHD, it's the hyper focus part of ADHD.
That scans with what I was thinking.
So if she hyper focuses on this, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. So she hyper focuses. You find the spot.
Do we have to dodge any slush demons on our way here?
Let me roll for that.
Oh no.
Oh, I was supposed to pick a new grimoire power. Well, that's awkward.
Well, you can do it later or now. Your call.
Well,
Let's see.
I would
Roses,
like
they
to
find
use
you.
it
Highs, they
probably.
don't.
Oh yeah, I forget I get a new
Okay, the
grimoire
dice have
power.
decided.
What did the dice decide?
On your way to the spot, Helen, you're leading them carefully. Like you remember every twist and turn. You see sort of stomping sluggishly through the maze. One of the ice demons, but it's no longer jagged. It's sort of dripping and it sort of raises the spear at you guys, but it's no longer as sharp.
Let's just like kind of duck behind this corner and see if we can. Did we see it before it saw us, or it totally saw us first?
I think
Well,
it totally saw you.
so one of the things I was thinking about adding was Helm of Darkness.
Ooh, what is this?
It's one of my grimoire abilities. And
What does it do?
it's a concentrate spell.
Mhm.
Merging into the underworld invisibly. Every action taken costs 1 essence.
Ooh.
So do you want to take it and merge into the underworld?
A little bit, yeah, actually, because there was a fair bit of underworld resonance here, right?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Go for it. So you see Harry. 1 minute, Harry's actually. What does this look like, Harry? How does Harry vanish?
So I think it's kind of like a reverse of like how things, like, you know those videos that you see sometimes where it's like mushrooms growing up out of the dirt?
Time
It's kind of
lapse.
like the opposite of that. It's like if you took one of those stop motion things and went and like threw it in reverse, and it's kind of like that, where it just kind of like melts into the underworld.
Nice. So yeah, Harry just sort of, I guess, mushrooms inwards. Is that a good verb?
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
Yeah.
that's new. Um.
And vanishes.
Well, Claudia,
Yeah.
I get
Claudia and
Jane
Helen,
is just
what's
you
your
and
plan of
me.
attack?
Bye, Harry.
Well, so I was planning on doing the tracking thing while
Oh, I see.
doing
The
that.
thing is, you could do that if you wanted, but you would be leaving the group because they're spotted by the ice thing. You're not.
Yeah, I had been looking at my sheet to try and figure out this thing when we explained what literally just happened, and so I was very confused when things were happening when I was like in the middle of getting my turn started. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm
'Cause
not sure what you're asking.
I don't well like cuz I had been planning on doing something, but
Oh,
then
Before
so
the
you wanted to
demon showed up.
vanish and then track in one swift action.
yeah, and then like I would have come back to get them later and
Yeah,
maybe they
okay.
hadn't gotten spotted.
You can totally do that.
Okay.
Roll tracking.
Yeah, it's a target, I think.
Nice. So how is Harry tracking these sort of melted footsteps?
So I think kind of so like I'm kind of seeing it in my mind's eye as like the the footsteps leave an impression on the earth, like even after they're not like even after they're like melting away, it still like leaves an impression on the earth. And so like they kind of reach into their like mycelium that's like all set up in the underworld, and then like it kind of like throws up little like glowing spores or something over where it would be,
Nice.
where the
Okay.
feet were.
Yeah, make a target roll. I think
He's
you are at
good. He's
risky
good.
standard.
Cool.
That's an
Very
interesting
interesting.
reaction.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting. Like you rolled a 6.
Yeah, no,
Mm,
not a 6.
a 5.
Nope, it was a 1.
4. Oh,
Of
okay.
course it
Well,
was a
mark
1.
XP. So
Yep.
Harry, you sort of focus on the ground. You're throwing out this mycelium spores. Helen and Jane, you see Harry's footprints. Go forward through the slush. And they're so focused on the ground that they bump right into the ice monster. And it sort of feels them, and you see it raises its spear to swat down at the fly beneath it. Claudia and Helen, it is now your initiative. How are you going to save Harry from this
Jane.
mess they've gotten themselves into?
Hey, we're all just hyper focused
Yeah. Helen can
here,
use
okay?
her telekinesis to to shove the ice demon away. Or
Okay.
I'm attempting to shove it like around its center of mass to see if I can just scooch it away or knock it off balance or something like that.
Okay, is this a focus roll?
Yes. Let me
Okay, I think
double
this
check telekinesis here. Greater telekinesis. Focus. Yes, it is focus.
nice.
Can
I
me
think
and
this is
mm, can me and Helen do something simultaneously? Like piggyback?
absolutely.
Okay, so while Helen's doing that, I can spend 1 essence, and then Jane can use enigmatic form, shapeshift to perform a supernatural feat of athletics, and that would be I would like to dart forward and grab Harry
Okay,
and
what
pull
are
them
you
back.
shapeshifting into?
I think for grabbing and fastiness. Maybe. Well, you guys are gonna have to use your imagination for how this works out. But I'm gonna turn into a cheetah.
Okay, I can see that.
Um,
They're good on sprints, not long distance, but sprints.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because I don't think Harry made it very far before running into the ice monster. So I want to do that as Helen is pushing. Oh, I gotta spend 1 essence.
Or yeah, I also spent my essence to do the thing.
Yeah, I spent my essence too.
Oh, I
We're
rolled
all
the
spending
opposite
essence.
of Harry, and I rolled a 6.
Nice.
Yay!
Frankly.
Okay. Oh shit, my Wi-Fi. Oh no.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so we see Jane Doe dart forward as a cheetah, and knock Harry out of the way, right before the ice spear comes down, right where she once was. And after that, Helen, we
Yay.
see a bolt of psychic energy. We see you push, um, and the slushy ice demon sort of rips apart, like, slush sort of away in the wind. The spear shatters, and it is slammed back up against the wall where it does not move.
Oh my god, Helen, it was a little bit of overkill, if I say so myself.
I'm beginning to think that this spell is not as safe as I had previously anticipated. It's caused more damage than anticipated as well.
Incredible. I
Mental
can't
note.
find the rest of my dice, so hopefully the rest of my rolls will not be that bad.
Good luck.
I mean, Helen, greater telekinesis, in the description it says you can operate things with dexterity, so if I'm ever describing it as too brute force for me, please let me know.
I think at this point she's just understanding that it does strength because it's new. I think we're going to be getting to the dexterity part in a bit after she's realized that maybe straight brute force ain't the best choice. She's
Fair.
learning. She's still just a baby witch.
Generally aren't.
Harry, you came very close to being stabbed by a big pointy ice spear. How do you feel?
They're probably honestly a little bit they're a little bit miffed with with Jane. They're like, I was following those tracks. Like,
You followed those tracks into a spear point.
what? Oh.
Slush
Thanks.
demon. Slushy demon.
Jane points at the cartoon cutout of like the ice snow, like a figure, like the outline of it, where it used to be.
Wild. Thanks.
Oh, well, I didn't do that part, but that was all Helen and her
It
magical
did kind
psychic
of have
powers.
Helen written all over it, but
Yeah, explosions.
Go big or go
Typical.
home, right? I'd
I'd rather go home, thank you.
fair.
God, that's the mood.
I would like to take a nap, please.
So Harry, with the start you got for tracking, I think you could pretty easily track. You have a good method. You
yeah,
want to do that?
Sure, yeah.
Alrighty. And Harry leads the way as you follow these. I think they're probably like a month-old boot prints in the slush. It's really impressive, actually, how Harry's able to sort of tap into this underworld knowledge, to track what is long since gone. And
And
eventually,
Jane and I are just following behind, looking for any more ice demons and trying to keep a bit
Just being
more
like,
alert.
Jane is still a cheetah for funsies.
why not? If I could turn into a cheetah, I would be a cheetah a lot more often.
Yeah.
Exactly.
so we formed a couple of
That made no
birdies,
sense,
okay.
anyways.
I mean, you'll
Moving
never be
forward.
late.
True.
And you could bark
I don't think.
and meow.
I think there are more ice demons, but since you are now alert, you're able to get past them pretty easily. And eventually, the boot prints. You follow the outer wall around the edge, to the back of the castle, actually, and it eventually leads you to a crack, in this icy wall, which is now sort of melting to reveal stone underneath. That was once laced with many, many vines. But the crack is pretty small and claustrophobic, but it looks like you could fit through there. The boot prints lead inside.
Okay, Harry will scale down a little bit since it's less claustrophobic.
Yeah, Harry, you are
Um,
now the perfect size.
Lucky.
Just a
I'm a
little
cat, so I
cat.
can manage.
All right.
yeah, the
Yeah,
other
I'm
the
just
other
gonna.
two are a good deal smaller, um, than Harry generally is.
Rowan's a little wider. Not Rowan, because Rowan is also a little wider. But no, Helen is a little wider than the other two, so she's going to have a bit fun trying to get through a crack in the wall.
Do you want to roll for it? I think you're gonna get through either way, but just how stuck you get.
All right.
Just for funsies.
Or maybe if you like hit your head on something or not.
5.
Yeah.
5. I think you're able to get in pretty well. It's a little bit of a wiggle, but
I might have to scooch for a bit.
You
That's
just
not a
do the
casual
little,
walk.
You do the little like scooch that happens.
Scooch.
Yeah, I
when
get
you
real low in
get-
that one spot.
Mm.
You just pull out your sweet EDM dance moves that you used in the Feywild.
Yeah. Yeah, Cheetah Jane's also jamming too. Yeah.
And Harry's like, what music are you guys even listening to?
The music in our hearts. Jam, jam, jam.
Heartbeat actually makes a pretty decent beat, dance beat. Anyway, so we
and
EDM.
so
scoochy,
you
scoochy,
wiggle
scoochy.
your way further down this claustrophobic tunnel. It doesn't go that long, but it feels like a long time. And you come to sort of this hollow section in the wall, and it looks like it stretches a very long way in both ways. But it doesn't seem like you have to walk there, because straight ahead of you, with the boot prints leading straight towards it, is an elevator. It's sort of 2D. You go around to the back, and you don't see anything. It's almost, you can only see it from one side. Um, it's all dark except for this one elevator, and it's sort of old fashioned and lit with yellow light, with like a plush red carpet inside.
I have a weird question.
I
And
have
like
trust issues.
frankly, it's very fair if you don't want to answer it or if it like isn't something to answer or whatever. But like what's the underworld resonance here? Is it more or is it less or what?
I think I think there is a good bit of underworld resonance coming from that elevator.
Uh-huh.
It is a strange type of resonance. It is not it does not feel like home like other underworld resonances. It only feels like death.
Unpleasant underworld resonance.
Hmm.
Weird.
So
Do
would
either
you
of you
say
want
that
to
it
ask
like
your grimoire?
would you
I would
I
love
actually
to.
have another question.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, would you say that it kind of feels more like stagnation as opposed to like decay? Where it's just like things staying the same so much that it poisons itself, or versus like things deteriorating in a way that will then bring more life later?
I think now that you bring it up, I feel the unpleasantness does come from stagnation.
Cool.
Um,
Okay.
Helen, you were
Totally
about to
good
ask
to know.
something?
I was also about to sneeze. I was going to. My thing is, what is the resonance of this item or place of power? But I believe you've already stated that it is underworld resonance.
Yes, but there's many different types of resonances, and often an item will have more than one. As in this case,
I'm very curious about this 2D like thing.
yeah, this resonance does not feel the same as the resonance of this place. This elevator was created. It was brought in from the outside. It does not belong in this place.
And I will tell the other two that.
Can I do like a survey on it with that information?
Before that, I'll just go ahead and use
Sorry.
my thing, which is I can see if things are obscured or altered, which is my
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
So that
no.
goes perfectly into the next one.
I'm not sure
Item,
there's,
individual, or place.
obviously the back is obscured as it seems like some sort of strange extra dimensional sort of thing. Um, it is definitely altered, sort of the same information I gave Helen. It is manufactured, brought in, not of here.
Okay, but like specifically with my survey, I want to know if it like is connected somewhere outside of Richard's head.
How do you think Harry would determine this?
Because like they follow connections.
So how does Harry follow connections?
Like through like the underworld resonance, which like granted this one's stagnant, but like it is still
So you want to
resonant.
sort of reach out and follow the underworld resonance where it goes?
Yeah, kind of. See if it
Okay,
just
I think
stays
that would be
inside of
closer
his
to
mind or if that
focus,
goes
because
somewhere else.
you're. Yeah, I think you're.
Okay,
That's
cool.
closer to
I just
focus since you're tapping into your magic.
cool. Okay, I just wasn't sure if that was like related to like sorry. I wasn't sure
No,
if that
you're
was
good.
related to like my
I think this is.
yeah, because I don't have like a specific grimoire power about it, but it does like
It's a general use of magic.
although this wouldn't class as a corpse, would it?
No,
Lame.
sadly.
Cool. Okay. I'll just do focus then.
Nice. This is a fortune roll. You are gathering information. Standard effect.
Mhm. I'm just gonna roll one die, and if I don't get it, I don't get it, and that's fine. Oh, another fucking one.
You need
We're
to
doing great
Oof.
today. We're doing
yeah,
so good today.
arrest your dice.
Yeah, they
You
go into
rolled
dice
so
jail.
bad that your screen broke on my on my end.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, you. Oh, okay. You came back. You were frozen
Yeah.
for a second.
Incredible. Um, absolutely wild. Cool. Fun. Neat.
All right. So one.
Yeah, I rolled a
Una.
1. Yep.
Okay. So I think the problem here is you sort of extend your you feel the mycelium, you sort of extend your consciousness into the ground, but the passage of this elevator, it almost feels as one-dimensional as the outside is. Like it's sort of hard to feel. It's very odd. You don't like it, or
Yeah.
I think you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, Harry's a very tactile person, and that's a bad no.
Bad touch.
Bed touch.
Bad texture, bad texture.
All right, what's the plan?
This is where the boot prints go. I can't get any more information about this, which is slightly terrifying.
Well, this is obviously where we have to go. So,
Yeah, let's just go in. La la la
is
la
it
la la.
locked?
I'm very stressed out by your current face as we're making this plan. I don't
Slow
like
your
this.
roll. Slow your roll.
La 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 la
No,
la.
slow your roll, Jane. I'm gonna check it to see if it's locked. If there's any like effects in place that might work as an alarm. Um,
So how are you going to check for these things?
I have my new grimoire power, which is arcane supremacy, which means I can lock, unlock, or hold open doors, boxes, or portals, and counterspell things if it's being cast. So I'm going, since I have an ability to understand doors, boxes, portals, lock, unlocks, I'm going to use that sense to if this thing is locked at all, or if there's like something that resists when we try to open it. Does that make
It
English?
is currently open.
Oh, it's currently
The
open.
doors
Okay.
are. Yeah.
How inviting. Ah, then I have no way to know that I can think of at this time. So never mind.
All
La
right.
la la la.
Walking carefully into an elevator, which
All
I
right.
don't enjoy doing anyway, and then it's a magical elevator in somebody's soul, because I feel safe. Um, the button panel, I'm assuming there's a button panel.
Yeah.
Are there multiple
Tasteful
buttons? Just
Muzak
one?
pours in.
Oh.
And there is two buttons, an up button and a down button, but only the down button is lit up.
So, only option is going down. Boop.
And the doors grind shut. And you feel the thing begin to shudder and move downwards. This is a pretty long elevator ride. You guys probably have a minute to talk amongst yourselves if you'd like. Or I could cut to the next thing.
Cool.
Harry, I'm not
Uh,
comfortable with this. Just, I want to make
Yeah,
an
this is
official announcement that I'm not comfortable with this.
cool. Yeah, me neither. Very
Jane?
much so. Not okay. Sorry if something weird just happened with my video. Discord on my computer just completely crashed. So I'm now on my phone until my computer decides that it wants to stop being a little turd muffin.
If I adjust your camera, it won't work. Oh, you disappeared. And now Claudia's in your place. You got splinched.
hey, it's me, Ace.
Okay, you're back.
Hey, it's me, Ace. My call dropped again.
Alright.
So
Okay,
you guys probably. Oops, sorry.
I think, guys, I'm still a cheetah, FYI. I was going la 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 as a cheetah,
Yeah.
but
Still a cheetah.
I think maybe we should be prepared in case there's something on the other side of the door because they're going to hear the ding dings and the rumble rumbles from the elevator.
Yeah.
So I
So
think we should just be mentally prepared. But maybe there won't be anything there, so like we don't need to be too worried.
So I have a question. So I was wondering if there was a way that I could use my Helm of Darkness to not only hide me, but to also hide Helen.
Could you read me out the text on that, please?
Not we'll see if my computer wants to respond. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
fair enough.
Cool. It does appear to be. It says merging into the underworld invisibly. Every action costs +1 essence.
So I think I will allow that. However, when Helen is in it, all of her actions will cost an essence as well.
Cool. And if I run out of essence,
thankfully, I
You
can transfer essence between willing participants.
ah,
Useful.
Yes.
very useful. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do this.
Alrighty. So do you vanish?
Yeah, so the two of us will vanish.
I'm gonna freak out a
And
little
then
bit.
Claudia, how do you feel?
Jane, and then a cheetah can answer the elevator door, and they'll be confuddled.
I was more of thinking you could change into like a mouse or something. Be like something small that they
No,
won't notice as easily.
no,
But
I think I should
okay.
stay as a cheetah.
Okay, as long as you're sure.
I'm positive.
All right.
Okay.
Because if she needs to run out of there, she can run out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if somebody's blocking the door, then somebody's blocking the door.
Well, a lot of pretty much my character's like abilities are based on like escaping things. So that's one thing. Like I never really am like pressed if like to get out of a situation. That's kind of my forte.
Okay.
Now
That's fair.
fighting and stuff, nah, you guys are gonna have to help me. I can't help that with that too much.
And
Okay.
I love
So,
being slash
okay.
magic.
So the elevator is shuddering downwards. The tasteful music. Probably is music ever tasteful? Is it? I don't know.
It's
I'm
Lady
not
Whatever
making
it
Tiffany's
it
is.
It
jazzy.
always is or it never is. It's one of the two.
One of the two. Maybe the slightly irritating music is
Oh, damn.
pumping through the speakers, and then suddenly it stops. Everything goes dark, and the air grows cold.
Cheetah.
And I would like each of you to private message me your character's greatest fear.
Oh lord.
Oh.
Um,
And those
if I send you a private message through Discord. Oh wait, I can do it through my phone. That way it
Mm,
won't
that's
splinch
thinking on your feet.
everybody. Yeah.
Comp.
Messages.
Oh.
Messages.
I do not appreciate. I mean, I can understand, but
So while this is happening, where does a mermaid sleep?
is this a
The
bad joke?
seabed.
On the seabed.
Oh god. Da 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 da. Hey!
Comp, I'm getting whiplash. Stop this.
I can only think of shitpost fears right now. Damn it.
You
I
can
can
do
only
shit
think
post
of
fears.
super deep dark fears, so we're fine. Um.
Or what do you call a rich elf?
What?
Wealthy.
Oh
No,
God.
I like the mermaid one. That one was lame.
So that was probably the worst tonal shift in maybe all of Twitch. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, there's probably some worse out there on all of Twitch, but that.
I have sent you. It is not Rowan's worst fear. It is Helen's. I need to be specific.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a very
obviously.
valid fear.
Yeah.
No, tell me your IRL worst fear so I can surprise you with it.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be great. Thanks. I think that would be on the red list
No,
of
thank you.
the
That's very much so on the red list.
Okay, this is kind of a shitpost, but also kind of a real thing that she's afraid of.
Yeah, go for it.
But like I said, it's also kind of a shitpost. It's all I can come up with on short notice.
Alrighty. So there's just a couple moments of being in this darkness, but as you're there, you feel just a presence in your mind. Just very light, unremarkable. Maybe you imagined it.
Comp, no.
And then the lights spring back on, the cheerful music starts back up, and the elevator descends downward once again.
downward once again. Okay.
Downward once again.
Jane looks at where the invisible Harry and Helen are in cheetah form, like, you guys.
So me and Helen can see each other, right? That's the way I'm assuming this is. Just we're in the same place. Probably touching each
I
other
feel
currently.
Oh,
you
if I
probably,
can,
if
I'm
you're
practically climbing up your back. I'm like, I have become your backpack.
so Harry, you can feel Helen because Helen is crawling with your underworld resonance. Helen, you cannot. You have to be touching Harry to know where they are.
And I'm not going to stop then because I'm freaked the F out
Yeah,
because I've never been in
Harry
the
would
underworld
probably
before.
just like hold Helen's hand at the very least.
I have been in the underworld before and I am freaked out.
Sorry, babe.
Thanks for the warning. This place is shit.
I'm sorry, I should have asked you first. But I was
Consent
afraid,
is important.
and I didn't want you to get left without any recourse. And I just wanted to take care of you.
You know my safe words.
Sorry.
I assume that I just use
They
my
hands you a
animal
cookie.
senses to see where they
Yeah, you
are,
can
to like
smell them.
yeah, to sense where they are. I just use my
Yeah, you
animal
just
senses.
smell it. You just smell fucking
I just
Sour
smell
Patch Kid
fear,
cookies.
fear, and odd combinations of foods.
Helen's raw panic.
Hmm.
And eventually the elevator sort of and then grinds to a halt. There's a pleasant little ding, and the door is slide open. Um, and you look out, and you can see nothing, just the absence of being. Um, a flat, very room temperature space. It smells of nothing. You feel nothing on your skin.
Is there a
Um,
floor?
you can try.
Tap,
Comp.
tap, 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 tap.
Yeah, you just
Comp.
sort of tap your foot, and yes, there is something to hold you.
Comp.
La 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 la.
Is there more underworld resonance here, or is there less?
This place. This place. This is tricky. Yes, there is a lot of underworld resonance here. That stagnation feeling you felt at the top of the elevator is at least 10 times stronger here.
Yeah, and is it similar to that like ball of darkness that we dealt with when we first came here?
The ball. It is
The
similar,
first
but
session.
it is similar, but something more powerful and perhaps more malevolent.
I'm going to do the shuffle walk that you do when you're on like a sheet of ice or something where you don't want to pick up your feet. So I'm doing the shuffle
Yeah.
walk into the room, making sure that I've got a firm grip on Harry. And what is the only type of resonance down here underworld, or is there any others?
Harry probably has a lighter in their jacket. Can they light up that lighter and see what
You're
happens?
invisible. We're in the underworld.
Yeah,
We're technically
but
not in here.
still,
I think, Jane, you just see a floating lighter in the air, and it clicks. And you see the little flame spring up, but it doesn't, just like your presence doesn't seem to affect this space. The lighter does not make any noticeable difference.
Okay. I will pop out of the underworld then, I guess.
And you bring Helen with you?
Sure.
Thank you for
Please
Obviously, I'm
don't
not
leave
gonna
her
leave
there.
Helen in the
Yeah.
underworld. Like, I'm the one who's comfortable there, not her.
So Helen, you were asking about resonance.
Yes.
You again, this feels of underworld resonance, as Harry has established. But as you're moving closer, this is a place of binding, of imprisonment. And you're not sure what's being kept here.
We gotta
Not
go. We
sure
gotta
what's
go.
being kept here. So can I use my grimoire ability to see if anything's obscured or altered in the place?
Um,
It's gonna be so scary.
What if it's somebody? What if it's like friendly and we need to rescue them?
I don't think it's friendly.
yes, there is a lot altered. In fact, this whole place feels wrapped in a shroud. Um, it it's not what's supposed to be here. Um, it feels just out of resonance with the world. And honestly, I'm sort of considering having Helen and Harry deafen and turn off their cameras for a little bit. Would you guys be down for that, or would you prefer to all be here while I do stuff with Jane?
Well, I did just say that we just popped back in where Jane is.
I would be okay with definite. My only concerns with that are making sure that it doesn't make so that the audio for the stream is cut off, since
Okay.
it's running through my thing. I'm fine with it, but I don't know. I'm gonna deafen and turn off my camera, but how will you let us know to come back?
I was going to ping you in the voice chat. Not the voice chat, the text chat.
Yeah, but how would we know if what you were saying was getting through to the stream? If Helen,
Yeah.
if it's
Good
going
question.
through
Could
Rowan's.
Helen, could you mute and actually maybe let's save this for another day. Let's
I'll
test
just
it
take my
sometime.
headset off.
We can test it, or it's just gonna have to be like.
Oh,
Like-
take your headphones off.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I can
The chat?
do that, I guess.
Oh.
Wait, what's happening? What kind of secrets are gonna be told?
Okay. So Jane,
Mhm.
you find yourself alone.
Oh, my glove.
It's as your friends were once right next to you, but they're not anymore. You're just sort of floating in this infinite darkness, which you can feel it's not actually infinite, but there's something looping this space. There's an edge, but it just keeps going, just laid out forever.
Mhm.
What is your level of comfort today? How graphic are you willing for me to be? Because I have something quite graphic in mind, but I'm willing to tone it down if you would like me to.
Well, comp, I'm Gucci with anything, so lay it on if you want
Okay.
to.
I'm really going to lay it on. Final chance. Are you sure you're okay with me fucking going for it?
Go for it. Do it.
All right.
Do it. Do it.
You feel a force pin you down. It is as if an invisible hand just pikes your neck and just wrenches you to the ground. And you see in front of you Adam.
Adam.
He is not wounded like you last saw him in the TV. He's not in the hospital. He has no bandages. And he stands above you, and in his hands there's a bone saw.
No, my babies.
And I think you know what he's about to do.
Yeah.
Do you?
Can I kick him in the balls?
You are currently restrained, but if you would like to struggle, I would ask you to make a roll for it.
Okay, let's do struggle, ball kick, maneuver. What do you think this would be?
I think actually maybe do you want to make a resistance roll to be able to get out of the restraint?
Okay.
I think this is resolve.
Alright, let me look at my resolve. Okay. So my resolve says 3. Is that what
Okay,
does that mean
so
anything?
you're gonna roll 3 dice.
Okay. I've not had to roll a resistance roll this whole time yet, so I don't remember. Okay. 3 dice. Oof. Oh, yeah, nice, nice. Ooh, 2 6s and a 2.
Nice. So that is 2 6s, so that's a critical. You actually regain 1 stress.
Nice.
I think you go up and you give him a very satisfying punch to the balls, and that helps you blow off a little willpower. But
Yeah, I
he
didn't have any
doesn't
willpower,
seem...
but thank you. I just feel
There
extra
you go.
confident. Yeah.
You just feel extra confident, but he doesn't seem to react or like recoil like you think he would. He just vanishes and you're left by the sides of your friends again. And I'm gonna tell him to come back in.
I'm making motions. Come on, come on. Rowan's looking down. Come on, come on.
Hello.
Okay. We
I
just
saw the come
need
back
Ace
in.
back.
Ace, hello?
Ready.
What?
Ace, hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, you're back.
Okay. Okay, guys. Tom just gave me the
Full
secrets to the
distress.
game. I know how to win.
Yeah,
It's an
guys,
RPG.
Jane Doe,
You
just
win by having
one
fun.
Children of Midnight.
Yeah.
One Children of Midnight.
Mhm.
2 Children of Midnight.
3
But
Children of Midnight.
Helen, Harry, you see Jane just sort of seem to zone out for a second, and then the next second she just blinks and she's back.
Gonna reach out and pet her kitty form. You okay there?
With her paw, she's like, what the fuck? Oh, she can talk. So she just says, what the fuck?
Harry offers her a bottle of water
Do you feed it to
and
me?
like
Because I don't know.
pours it into like a. So they have one of the. They have one of those water bottles that you have for like dogs,
Oh, the little
where it has like
silicone
the
cups.
bowl that you like.
Yeah.
That where it has like the you squeeze water into, because they know that
You do this often.
you
Yeah.
like to sit in your animal form for a while, but you also still need to hydrate. So they just have
Yes.
it like
Thank
the
you for the
water, and they go,
reminder. Anyone watching, don't forget to hydrate.
"Oh God."
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Or just have like really dry skin and feel bad and have headaches.
Yeah, there's also that.
Hydrate.
Jane laps up the water.
Good.
I think I
Want a
will
carrot, too?
say, I don't know exactly what happened, guys. This is just Cheetah Jane talking. I don't know exactly what happened, guys, but I would just, I don't know if that's because I used my grimoire powers or what the dealio was, but I would, keep your facilities about you. Is And she just goes into like when like the dog goes into pointer mode, like she's like, I'm watching, I'm ready. I don't know what happened, but I'm ready.
You're alert. The world
Yeah.
needs more alerts.
Harry's like, I thought I had my faculties about me.
Well, maybe tighten it up as much as you can.
Helen knows that she never has her faculties about her. She's mainly faking it 94% of the time.
And as you traverse forward, just as smoothly as you entered this place, you step forward into a scene. And I think, I'm not sure whether to do this. No, I think I'm going to skip this. This violates our player
HOA?
contract that we made earlier.
Okay.
So yeah, nope,
Good.
not that.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm
Instead,
glad
you
we're
guys
not
move
violating
forward.
contracts.
I want to be careful, I don't want to push
Yeah.
things too far.
We appreciate.
Yes.
We made it for
I
a
very
reason.
appreciate.
Instead, could I have Jane and Harry please remove your headphones?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Sorry.
don't leave me! Oh God. Okay.
Just as smoothly as you stepped out of the elevator, you step into a kitchen, Jane. Helen, fuck.
Yeah. No, you're all right. Jane can't hear you. All
You
right.
step into a kitchen, Helen.
Uh-huh.
You look down. You're wearing sort of a frilly apron with a little heart on it.
Okay.
There's a man sort of unfamiliar in the kitchen. He's sipping a cup of coffee. He has a newspaper. And you look down and you're making a sandwich.
Is this sandwich for me? Like,
And the guy yells, "Han, where's my sandwich?" It's not for you.
oh God. Oh God. I'm making him a sandwich. Uh, um, I'm going to put down the utensils. I'm assuming I was holding something because,
Yeah.
um, and step ever so slightly away from the the sandwich and look at the guy and look at the sandwich and look at the apron and what can I take the apron off?
I think you reach for the knot, but as you try to get it, the knot's so firmly tightened, your fingers just can't seem to get traction.
Okay. Do I have my asame on me? My ritual knife.
I'm not sure you would have in this situation.
I'm in a kitchen, right?
Yes.
So there's bound to be a knife nearby.
Yeah, do you take like a kitchen knife?
Yes, I'm going to take a kitchen knife and I'm going to cut off the suffocating apron.
Okay, could you make me some sort of resistance roll, please?
Yeah. What do I
Insight
need to roll?
prowess, or I think this would be resolve.
Resolve. Let me see what my resolve is. Resolve. Okay. 2. So that's 2 dice.
Yep.
6.
Nice. So yeah, you take 0 stress. The knife cuts the edge of the apron and it falls off of you. And then you find yourself back with Jane and Harry just as it had begun. And let me tell them come back in.
All right.
Let
I'm
me
gonna.
ping them.
I'm gonna type it in the Twitch.
I love how ineffective our little motions are. It's so funny.
Hello.
Howdy, folks. Welcome
Ineffective
back.
motion.
And so you guys watch Helen zone out for a second, just like Jane had.
But when she comes back to, she quickly draws her athame, her ritual knife, brandishing it like a weapon, which you know you're not supposed to do with that kind of thing, and goes, "The fuck was that?"
Oh my god. It happened again. Hot damn.
Harry is very freaked out now.
I was making some asshole a sandwich, like his hands were broken or some shit. But they weren't.
That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry you had to experience that, Helen.
Okay,
Ugh.
can we see the elevator from where we are?
I think it glows in the distance. Yes. It's pretty far away by now.
Are we sure we're going in the right direction? We don't really
Wait,
know
it's
what
getting further from us?
Yeah, because we're
Were we
walking.
walking?
Yeah,
Were you?
let's shuffle stuff in.
I don't remember walking.
I thought you were, but I could have been wrong.
I also thought we were walking, but this whole time I've imagined us walking, so I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
Like,
I'm fine. Everything is fine. I'm just
okay.
also stressed because I just remembered what I PM'd comp and I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
We'll find out. Let's see. And as you guys are walking forward, you step into another scene. Almost fluidly, it sort of grows up around you. And you see Dick, a little younger, but not that much younger. Maybe 2 to 5 years younger. And he looks a lot better than he looks today. He just seems happier. And he's getting on a suit. With a nice tie. I think the tie is red, but like not garish red, like a tasteful red. And
Grindy.
he pins a little rose to his lapel. And then the scene fades away.
When the scene appeared, I grabbed onto Jane's fur, so I've got a hold of both of them now. And when it fades away, be like, the fuck? Because that has very little to do with the holy hand grenade of Antioch. That the hell is going on here?
I also don't know what's going on here. I'm also confuddled. I'm sure it won't happen again, though.
Yeah,
Nothing
I'm
happens in
sure
3.
it'll definitely fucking happen again. Harry, do you have any idea what's going on?
Worst memories, maybe? I don't know.
No, that never
You
happened to
seem
me.
happy, and I've never worn that outfit, I assure you. Ugh.
Okay, so Helen and Jane, could you please take off your headphones?
Love you, Harry.
Mm.
Bye.
Welcome to hell. By the way, seriously, if this gets too intense, let me know.
Yeah, I will. I'll let you
Yeah.
know. I'll let you know. Mostly this is like it's still within my window of tolerance. It's just
So, okay, Harry, you look around, and Jane and Helen have vanished, just like as if you'd used your mycelium on them, but you didn't.
but I can't feel them.
You can't feel them. You're alone in this dark void, and that feeling of separation grows and grows and grows until it's overpowering, until it overwhelms your underworld sense. You can no longer feel the mycelium that binds all things together. You can no longer hear and feel your friends behind you. And you look around and you look behind you, and the elevator has disappeared. You are alone. You know of no way out.
Harry will sit down. It's like they've been in situations like this before. And like it's not been something that like they're like clinging to this idea that like it's not something that lasts forever. It's not something that lasts forever.
And as you sit there and repeating this mantra, it feels like hours pass, and the hours feel like days soon. And
Is Dreg with them?
no,
Oh
Dreg is
God.
gone.
Oh no. Oh. Do they have any bones or anything in their jacket?
Good question. Do they?
Like they
Is,
generally do.
are bones something Harry would find comforting?
Yes.
No, they're not there.
Oh God. And I'm guessing their water bottle isn't either.
No, but oddly, you don't grow thirsty or hungry.
Yeah, but it's also just like a self-soothing thing. Um, oof. They're just they're gonna try and make themselves as small as they can, and they're just gonna sit there and hope that it ends.
Hmm. If it keeps going and it never ends, what would they do?
As far as they know, they can live forever. So this isn't a situation where they have any power. So like, what's the point in doing anything?
Interesting. All right. Let's have Helen and Jane put their headphones back on. Let me ping Claudia. Claudia, you're back. Hello.
Hello.
So, Helen and Jane,
Mhm.
you see Harry sort of do the same sort of zone out for a second.
Well, now we know
But
to be here for Harry when they come out.
they don't come out.
Hmm.
They're just
What the
standing
heck?
there, staring into space. You try to sort of shake their arm, and they don't respond.
Can I slap them?
Harry?
You slap them, it
Harry?
doesn't help.
Okay.
This didn't happen to me, Helen. I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Okay. All right. Can you turn into something that can carry Harry?
Mm.
That came out.
Rhymes.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I can change form. I'm gonna do one more inspection of Harry and use my grimoire ability to see if anything's been obscured or altered. Person, item, place, or person. Well, let me make sure it's person.
Yeah,
1 second.
it's definitely person, I
Yeah,
think.
individual. Yeah.
So you sort of reach out with your magic to feel Harry, and you feel them, but it's faint. It's sort of constrained. There's something holding them.
That's freaky deaky. Okay, Helen. Harry's still there, but something ain't right. It's kind of like they're being held or something.
Or bound or something. We need to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay,
Abort mission!
I'm gonna Cheetah Jane turn into Cheetah. No, into Jane.
Horse?
Jane Horse.
Pony?
Yeah, Pony would be more manageable.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they didn't go back into their original big size and they're still small size.
Because they got small to get through the crack.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would they have gotten smaller?
Harry?
Well, like based on what we were talking about.
Oh, true. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. I am
Well, I'm
going
either
to...
a pony or a horse, depending on how big Harry is.
And you carry Harry back to the elevator?
I'm going to hoist Harry back up on the horse, and then, yes, walking with them to make sure that Harry does not fall off.
Nice. And you come back to the elevator. You get Harry in. It's sort of awkward. Their heads a little against the side. It's an awkward angle. And it goes back up. The music is still playing. The doors open, and you find yourself up top.
Is Harry any better?
Harry is not any better. In fact, if I may make a recommendation, Inception.
GM recommendation.
Yeah, I love Inception. That movie's great.
So, Jane, as you are feeling around, you feel like Harry is somehow trapped in their head. Perhaps you could perform the same ritual here to get to Harry.
I wasn't going to perform it down in the basement.
Yeah, you're upstairs now.
Okay, all right. We're in a hidey spot. We should be safe from the ice demons. 1 in 10 do it again?
I mean,
Dreg is with us, right?
Yeah, Drake's tagging along with
Okay,
Helen
cool.
and Jane.
I
Though
guess.
I think Drake is sort of just
Can-
as tapped out as.
Okay. So Dreg can't communicate either.
No.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Um,
Cool.
We're gonna.
Helen, how do you manage the ritual without your copper circle and ingredients?
Well, I'm not going to need to have a simulacrum of the person I'm trying to get into because I have the person I'm trying to get into. So
Mhm.
we're just going to lay Harry on the ground, and you sit on there one side and I sit on the other side, and let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya as we chanty bits. And I've still got my athame, my wand, so chanty bitsing and wanding. And hoo-ha
Nice.
dilly dilly.
So, you do the enchanty bits, you do the singing. Harry's sort of lying sprawled out in the ground. It's rather disconcerting. It feels almost a little like they're dead. You sort of shake that thought out of your mind. And you begin the ritual, and the snow. Well, actually, there's no snow in here. The air begins to flow around you, and you find yourself in a space identical to the basement.
Okay.
It is colorless, odorless, and you see Harry is just there, lying on the ground.
I'm going to yell their name very loudly.
Oh,
And
I
then
run
walk
over.
over to them.
Harry, you feel like you have been here for years, and suddenly you feel Helen. Perhaps you've hallucinated her many times. What do you do?
Well, I don't think Harry would have hallucinated her
That's fair.
because like Harry's been in this situation before. And they're very tied into the tactile world and very tied into like what's right in front of them. To the point where like that's why their memory is kind of faulty, is because
They're
like
too
if
much
it's
in the
not
know.
right there in front of them, it's what's the point in thinking about it? So when they hear Helen, they stand up and they walk to her because this is what they've been waiting for.
Good. Run up, grab on.
Because they knew that she would come for them.
You okay, dude? My dude.
I missed you.
We missed you too. You ready to come back up?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
I grab both of them bear hug style onto my skateboard.
Harry might actually just like turn really big and then pick up both of their friends and just like hold them for a little bit.
Is there an elevator in this environment?
Well, I think what's happening now is you're sort of holding onto each other. Jane gets on her skateboard, and then you feel the ground begin to sink, or rather, you begin to sink into the ground as this darkness becomes sort of viscous and sticky, and soon it is up to your knees. What would you guys like to do?
Is Dreg with us again?
Yes, Dreg is with you, and Dreg is
Good.
conscious now.
Good. Good. It's weird.
Actually,
Harry.
yeah, I'm gonna second what Rowan asked about. Like, so are there like any light sources or anything around us, or like is there an elevator?
There's not an elevator, however, with this type of spell, you can sort of end it when you would like.
Oh, okay.
Before we do, I'm gonna look at Harry and say, Harry, we're in your mind. So we're going to back out of the spell now, okay? And pull you with us. Hold on, all right? Okay.
Yeah, Harry's not letting go of their friends.
Yeah. And so I'm going to, and it is done, or whatever the thing is that you do.
Well, I think this sort of
So mote it
viscous
be.
liquid is trying to hold you tight. So could we have a focus roll to try to escape, maybe?
Oh yeah, I'm good with that. Is it a group focus or just one person, or just
I'd
mine?
be down for group focus.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's leading?
Focus. I don't have any willpower. I can do
Harry
that.
is very okay with getting out of here now and will lead this.
Okay, Harry's leading.
This is what they were waiting for. It is now go time, and they will go.
What are we rolling?
Focus.
They might even push themselves to a
So
second
Harry,
die.
you are going to take
Focus.
1 stress or 1 willpower. Sorry, I keep messing it up.
Yeah. My
I'm
computer
gonna roll
is
this one.
waking up. It's being a problem. So
We got a 3, we got a 2.
okay, so then I was gonna push myself, spend 2 willpower to have 2 dice for this. Oh, please be a good roll. God. A 1 and a 2.
Oh my gosh. You need to burn
Ooh,
all
so
your
you're gonna
dice.
take
What
3
the
stress,
fuck is
Harry.
happening?
Okay, well,
Yeah.
first off, you're not allowed to roll it for group rolls anymore tonight.
That's fair. That's fair.
And
I
you
have rolled
3.
3 1s tonight. What the fuck?
You need to put your dice in salt under the moon. All right? Bowl of salt. Bury your dice in the salt. Put the bowl of salt where the moon can hit it. Moonlight can hit it, okay? They're cursed. You need to break the curse. Okay?
They need to be exercised.
Wild.
So you guys sort of huddle together and sort of pull against this viscous liquid.
Mhm.
It is sort of inky and tar-like and uncomfortably warm. But you sink further in as you sort of strain against the spell that you made to keep you here, and it just doesn't break. And you see a figure approach, sort of humanoid. It seems to be made of the same things that this world is,
Wait,
except
question.
for.
So the willpower, would that be 3 willpower on top of the 2 that I spent to
Yes,
push my
5
okay.
total. Um,
We're doing great. We're doing so good today.
and there's this strange
Nothing is
humanoid.
wrong.
Hey, could I please keep going?
Yes, sorry.
Thank you. There's this sort of strange humanoid figure that is made of the same material as whatever this place is, save for 2 softly glowing sockets where the eyes should be. But they sort of shift around. They never really stay where eyes should be, like in sort of a circular pattern. And you feel that it perceives you 3. Sort of tilts its head, watches you. It says, "Hello."
I'm going to ask it a question. Are you what has caused this to the mind of our friend?
"I am.
Release
Are
them.
you? Why should I?
Why should you stay?
Your fear feeds me."
I am not
Harry's not
afraid.
afraid anymore.
"But I like you. You're the first visitors I've had in months, and the first I've been allowed to stay with. I should like some company until eternity.
But we have
Stay."
business outside of this, so you know,
Why are you
I'd
here?
appreciate it if we could go.
"Why should I let you go? I'll be alone again."
Do not you Helen's going to look at Jane and don't use soft language with something like this.
Harry wants to ask why they're here. Like,
Then ask it.
I tried. Like, why are you here in the mind of Richard Alistair Hilbert?
I was nothing, and then I existed. I was put here, and now I must live here, and I'm so very alone. Will you stay with me? We can be friends, you know. I don't have to make you afraid."
We cannot stay with you, but we will work to help you get released from here so that you can be free.
Ooh, that's a good offer. Can you make me a sway or consort or command roll? I think you're risky
I'm
standard.
I'm going to go with sway.
Got it.
Yeah, can we also have like
Oh, wait, before
strict
you roll,
rules around what we're going to do with them when we release them? Because
I think you'll have to figure that out later, because
This
Helen's
feels
making the
somewhat
offer now.
fey.
Well, I was gonna offer to do the what's it called when you help somebody out?
Help.
A quid
Yeah,
pro
well,
quo?
what is that? Is that 2 willpower or 1 willpower?
That's 1 willpower.
Okay.
How are you going to help Jane?
I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. Well, Jane's just thinking this in her head, but Helen's, wow, she's actually sounding like way more coherent than she usually does. But I'm just gonna be like, okay, remember, don't stare into their soul like you usually do because sometimes that's scary and off-putting to people. It's just like pointer tips for like
What? I
communicating
don't know
with
what you're
people.
talking about.
So maybe Helen is remembering Jane's pointer tips, and that's your help
Okay.
Okay.
that you gave in the past.
The pointer tips on how to talk to people and not be
Yeah.
incredibly painfully awkward like I was last game.
Yes.
Okay. Does that give me another die?
Yes.
Thank you for the 6. I appreciate it.
Okay. Yay. Fingers crossed.
You really will help me? You promise?
I promise.
All right.
I don't know
We'll
what you
give
are.
your word.
I don't know what you are, but you do not belong trapped here. So we will work to find a way to release you. Agreed?
Agreed.
All
We'll
right.
find out who I am. And then you feel the darkness recede from this place, as the being just exits your mind, Harry, as easily as it would exit its own home. And Harry, what does the inside of your mind look like? Usually it's somewhere you find comfortable or
Yeah, so
meaningful.
it's um
What's your
it
happy
wouldn't be
place?
comfortable for everybody, but it's like this cave.
Okay.
Okay.
And like there's like dead leaves that like have been blown in by the wind, and then they're breaking down, and these like phosphorescent mushrooms are like growing up through it. And then there's just like, a really cozy little chair and a little fireplace and an oven, and that smells a lot like cookies.
All right. All right. I can get behind that.
Nice. Are you guys gonna yoink out?
Yes, we're going to try the and it is done again and
And
see
it
where we end.
works flawlessly this time. You feel your feet leave the ground, the wind picks up, and you come to, and you're next to the elevator, and standing in the elevator is the being, and it beckons you. Come, you were looking for something. I will show you what you were looking for. If you will
Thank
set
you.
me free.
I admitted that I don't know how, but we will work on it.
We'll work to figure out how to set you free.
Come.
Because honestly, I don't know what you are, and if I don't know what you are, I don't know how you're being held here. But once I figure out how those things work, then I can figure out the third thing, which is how to get you out.
Come.
All
I'll
right.
show you what you're looking for.
There he goes.
Okay. While we're
Can I
awkwardly in the elevator, I'm going to ask the thing its name. Do you have a name?
What is a name?
It's a label that you use to separate yourself from others.
Oh, is it alive?
I don't believe so. It's more like a title.
No, I do not have a name.
Would you like one?
I'm not sure I do. Why is a name important?
so you know that we're talking to you?
But you are talking to me, I know that.
Yeah, but I could be. What if
Yeah,
I
but
was
even
actually
when
talking to Helen? I mean, what if I was actually talking to this person?
If you were to give me a name, what name would you give me?
Umbra,
Umbra. What does that mean?
shadow.
I do not like that name.
Okay.
Maybe loose then. Light.
What is light? I'm not sure if I'm shadow or light. I'm just me. And I think this is when the elevator slides to a halt. It was a much smoother ride. Um, and now you can see the bottom layer. The shadows have receded.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself in a hall. And if you have ever been in someone else's healthy mind before, you know this is a perfectly normal thing to find in the depths of someone's mind. But the elevator is still out of place.
Yeah.
It was a passage between the two layers of the mind. This way. And the creature leads you down to a doorway that seems to be locked with many chains. They put the chains here when they came. They put me here too. So I suppose you're looking for this, correct?
I'm assuming so. The they who brought you here, do you have a name for them?
I just learned what a name was.
Fair.
I'm not sure I
Do you
could
know what
give
they
them one.
looked like?
Did they call themselves something?
They looked a bit like you, but they did not let me see their fears. They were not.
Okay.
We should probably learn how to do that.
They did not speak to me.
Were you
Uh,
something before them?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
This is what I know.
Has
Fair enough.
anyone ever spoken to you?
You are the first.
Maybe.
All right, how do I unlock this door?
Good question. How do you plan to unlock this door?
Well, I've got several options. I've got my cat kit, which can magically unlock electronically locked doors. I have my arcane supremacy, which will let me unlock non-magical doors. And then I've
You're
got
really
my
the
brute
master
strength.
of doors. Wow.
Yes, yes,
She's
I
the
am.
dork queen.
Thou shalt
With
not
I
the
keep
think
me
this
from
would.
change.
going where I want to go.
Yeah, I think arcane supremacy would cover this because this is sort of a magical lock.
Okay.
Or not. It's sort of archaic. What's that look like as Helen unlocks the door?
Um, she does a very specific wand gesture, Alamahora, and things go click, 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 and one of them sticks a little bit, and she bangs on it with her fist, and then it goes click.
Nice.
Nice. And
An
there's a
expert at
rattle as
work.
the chains. Exactly. Helen knows what's up.
Oh yeah.
The chains rattle and fall to the ground. And the doors swing open with a bang. Um, and you feel a rush of warm wind, and the smell of flowers, sort of, and petals sort of rush out of this door, with a breeze. And you step into a memory, and you see Dick. He's in a forest, sitting in a log, watching the sunset, and he's holding someone's hand. You recognize he's holding hands with Winifred the Spell.
Hmm.
And they seem content as they're watching the sunset together.
This is a
Wait,
memory?
A positive memory with her.
I thought they never I
Well,
thought it was
maybe,
unrequited.
yeah, maybe this was friendship and he just didn't he tried to make it romantical. He got spurned
Well, maybe
somehow.
whoever fucked with his head really fucked with his head.
Maybe whoever fucked with his head made him think he'd been scorned, spurned. I don't know the word.
Spurned.
The word that means not
Oh
the
no, Ace
thing.
disappeared.
Oh, they got splinched. All right,
Yeah, we're
they're
back.
back.
I was moving to my computer again because,
Oh.
well, slightly
Reasons.
better.
Can I once again use my grimoire powers to see if this is an altered memory or not?
No, this is the only ways it has been altered is that it has been locked away for a very long time.
Hmm. I convey that. Okay, so this is legit. Whatever we're seeing right now is not doctored.
How
Mm.
old is he in the picture?
He's maybe the same age range as he was putting on the suit, maybe like 3 to 5 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Is that all that there is of the memory, or if we keep watching, is there going to be more?
I really don't want to tarnish this memory at all, so I want to make sure that we back away slowly.
Yeah, like I don't want to like touch it in any way, but
Yeah.
I do want to like see if we can get a little bit more information about what's going on here.
I think as you listen, you can hear them talking. And Dick's tone is sort of softer and less harsh than you normally hear it. And he says to Winifred, "So, what's going to happen next?" And she responds, "I'll just be away for a bit, don't worry. It's just routine stuff, you know. Gotta help out." And he's like, "Okay, I'll miss you." And she's like, "I'll miss you too." And the two get up and they leave the log, and the sunset fades to the stars.
Oh my glob. But why would this be locked away?
I have so
Also,
many theories.
yes, this is.
Wait,
We're gonna have to reevaluate our thoughts on Dick a little
her
bit.
actually being in love with her and like having it reciprocated and shit. Does he
Hmm.
make
Hmm.
him forget?
Well, why? Well, maybe to make
God!
him an asshole, but. Hmm.
The
He
only
was a member of
question
the
is it
HOA.
whatever coven she's part of, or is it as
Whatever
part of him
happened,
joining the all-seeing eye?
it wasn't the all-seeing eye, was it? I thought he was the
Yeah,
HOA.
that's the HOA.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
called
okay.
the
it
All
the
Seeing Eye
HOA like the
HOA, same
first
thing.
time, and
Okay.
then it just really stuck. But it is called the all-seeing eye.
That's more creepy than the HOA.
Yeah, well, yes, that's
Well,
the
it's the
point.
Ever
We're trying.
Vigilant Eye.
It's fine.
And the
No,
thing,
it's HOA.
and the thing that was here was the Red Watch. They work together, but they are not the same group, correct?
No.
Correct.
The Red Watch is a step above.
The Red
And
Watch is 2 steps
two
above.
steps above the Ever Religion Eye?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's like steps above, and then the order is like a
Is the
couple steps above
highest.
that.
And all we know about Winifred is that she's a witch.
Presumably not a bound witch, right?
We don't know. There's so much we don't
Yeah.
know.
I think the only thing we really established was
'Cause
she's a
like
witch and that she rejected him.
he had like order propaganda running in his head
Yeah, which we,
when we first were in his head.
yeah.
Yeah, comp. I'm gonna remember the shit that you said the first time. Take that.
I know. I appreciate it.
I took notes.
I didn't.
I take
I
notes
have to.
too.
My Swiss brain just wants to hold on to it.
I also
I don't
realized.
remember
Y'all should make
anything.
a shared notes doc. That's a fun practice, so you all can refer back to it.
Yeah. So we have
But hey,
so much to do. Okay.
Okay, but we unlocked the
Okay,
door.
but we unlocked
So,
the door.
yeah, we unlocked the door. This, we
Is there a
know.
way to keep, like, to take the lock itself with us when we leave? Or did it, like,
I think
just
it's.
disappear when we unlocked it?
I think you could pick it up.
Cool, because I don't want that staying in his head.
Yeah, there's like 4 locks. It's a
Cool.
bit heavy, but
Harry is gonna like fucking just fill their pockets because they don't want this staying here. It's not supposed to be here. It needs to
Yeah.
leave.
So I'm going to turn to the thing, because I don't know what else to call it, so I'm just calling it the thing, and go, okay, what all do you remember of when you came here?
I was nothing, and then I was something. They
Were you?
came, 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they looked at me, and they told me to stand here and wait, and if anyone came through that wasn't done, to stop them.
Have they come through since?
They have not.
And it's only been us.
It's only been you.
How long have you been here?
I don't know.
I don't know if this, if Clyde here has any concept of time.
Was it like you're
Probably
in
when they lock the memory.
mind,
like-
right? Like, so is it like the memory that we saw when we were down in the room that you were in, the basement? Was it around the time of the formation of that memory, or was there like other memories being
Newer
formed
memories.
before that happened? Or I don't know.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's fair.
Okay, creature, here's a real question. Did you feel when I kicked you in the balls? Or was that imagination?
What?
What?
I'm not sure I possess these balls you speak of.
Okay, did you feel when I kicked you into disguise balls?
I felt an impact. I'm not sure. What do you expect me to feel?
Pain? Did it hurt?
What's pain?
Did it hurt when you
It didn't
felt
hurt.
something?
That's interesting to note. I was just wondering because I would have said sorry if I hurt you. Pain's when something feels bad.
So do I feel pain when there isn't anyone there?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Do you? You can. That's pain. Loneliness is pain.
Do you feel?
I think I feel pain when I'm alone.
Oh no! Now Harry's internal instinct is hella kicking in, and they are going to adopt this child.
Okay. Well,
If you understand. This is their
so
child.
you feed on the thing that you eat is fear, right?
Yes,
Have you been eating Richard's fear?
I have.
Ah,
I do not think I would have made it this far if I had not.
that's fair.
But I cannot live on one person's fear alone, so I've been eating other things too.
Bologna
Like what?
sandwiches for life.
What else is there
That I
in
can
here to
find.
eat?
Have you been
Sometimes
eating
anger,
other
Okay.
sometimes happiness.
Emotion.
Other emotions. Okay. So I have an idea. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I have an idea that when we exit here, if we try to exit with you, you're going to need some kind of vessel. Because I don't know if outside of Richard you're going to contain form. Does that make sense?
I think I understand.
So we can try to leave and bring you with us and see what happens, but that could go badly. The other option is I can attempt to make a vessel, and then we can come back here later and I can try to take you out in the container. Does that make
Android
sense?
body.
Into a most likely a mechanical form.
That makes sense. Can you tell me?
Can I take Helen aside for a second?
I made a promise.
Yes, I know. No. What I'm saying is, okay, so you know how we got that bear from,
Right. Yeah.
like, it wouldn't be the same kind of existence. But at least they'd be out in the world.
I was
And it would
thinking
be
of finding like a dead cat and seeing if it would possess the
What?
cat.
While they're
Oh,
discussing,
I
I'm
just
teaching
want
it
to
how
be
to play
leaving them
thumb
for a
war.
while. It's sad.
I'm sorry, what was that, Harry?
I just don't want to be leaving them for a while because that's sad.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I
Wait,
maybe
you have
overhearing.
underworld.
I
Sorry.
felt pretty much what they have been feeling this
Mm.
whole time. I was alone. I didn't have Dreg. I didn't have you guys. I didn't have any connections. I can't leave them like that.
Yeah. You have underworld resonance, like the ability to
Yes.
slip and slide through the underworld.
Yeah.
Please don't do that to me again, by the way. So,
Yes. Okay. I should have asked you before, and I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
it's okay. We're moving past that at this point. Can you slip in there, grab a dead cat, and bring it in here?
Cats don't have forms in the underworld.
Oh shit. Okay. I figured
They
you
have
might be
their
able to
form.
grab like a corpse or something. I don't know.
That's not how it works. Maybe we could bind them to one of the bones I keep in my trench coat, but like again, that's not the same.
Above table. I thought Helen was gonna make an android body.
I could do that too.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna make an android body, and I was really amped for that, but also like I was afraid because I didn't want them stuck like that for a while.
Android body would
Um,
be awesome. That's a huge upgrade.
Possible for us to take and like bind it to a bone or something, so then we can take it with us. But then to give it an android body later,
All
Yeah,
right.
I feel like being a bone would suck though, because
Yeah.
you'd be a bone.
yeah, but it's better than being alone, because then they'd be sitting here in my pocket close to my heart.
Well, okay,
And
still,
feeding off of your
Helen
emotions.
I have too many
Helen
of those anyway.
doesn't have like a teddy bear in her apartment.
She
You
has
don't
a
have collect.
tribble.
Mm.
She
Well,
has
no,
one.
don't use your gerbil.
No, a tribble.
Oh,
It's a fluffy ball.
I don't know what that is, but I'm
That's fine.
imagining a fluffy
It's like
ball.
from Star Trek. It's like it's literally just like
It's
a
just
ball
it
of
looks like a
fur.
fluffy potato, like a furry potato.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's
so, Jane, I think you're trying to teach it how to thumb war, which is not going great because it doesn't really have thumbs.
Oh,
It's just sort of smooth. But I think it asks you, Jane, as you're trying to maneuver or squish its hand into the right shape.
just
Um,
pull this part up a little bit.
I think it asks you, I did not do what they asked me to do earlier. Does that make me bad?
Whoa, what were you supposed to do earlier?
I was supposed to stay here and stop anyone who comes.
Well, okay. There's some what I'm imagining. There's some politics in here. She goes full aunt that talks to a child like they're an adult. There's some politics in here, but
beautiful.
I,
It's seriously so
person, I think that those people who put you here, I think that they were bad guys because you see that memory, like you can feel the happiness from that, right? They locked that
Yeah.
away from this guy, and that's bad to do. So fuck those people, honestly.
Is it bad to take emotion? Like I do?
Well, there are different emotions that have different values.
It's
Uh,
okay to have feelings.
Also, sometimes people don't want all of their emotions, so no, taking them's not necessarily bad, but taking them when the person isn't aware or doesn't want them taken, that you would need to ask the person. That's something that you would need to start doing.
have
Get consent. Consent is sexy.
I have a question, Cal.
Sure.
I keep all of these bones in my pockets. Can I wrap some emotions around these bones to feed them to the child?
I think the way I imagined it works is they either have some sort of contact with you, or they take something that has emotional value. So if these bones mean something to you, yes, they could feed on it.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if I can infuse it with a little bit more emotion.
So you're just sort of looking at this bone like, happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, like if
season them a
I
little
was
bit.
like, okay, this child needs to know about like the affection that you have for your friends. And so like pulls a little seed of that and like wraps it around the bone. And it's like just infuses the bone with that like joy and comfort that comes from like being with your friends.
It's amazing what you can do in the dream realm, isn't it?
Yeah. And do you hold out the bone to it?
Yeah, so Harry will like come back after this conversation with Helen and they'll give the child the bone and be like, "Here, I had some extra."
They look down, they take it, and the sort of glowing sockets slowly close, and the bone crumbles to dust in their hand, and their eyes open again, and the pain when I'm alone stopped.
I
Never had
wonder
that feeling before.
I wonder if emotions freely given would taste better. But that's not what we're here to figure out.
Oh no,
Yes,
Yeah,
we can do
I
tons of
feel
experiments on this later, Helen.
I
we
feel like, like Jane overheard you guys a little bit. So Jane would just be like, why don't you like just ask it if it has maybe a preference because like, like we're going to get out of here. Like we know that.
yeah.
But so let's think. Like we have a couple of Jane looks to the thing again. Like we got a couple of options for things we can try to get you out.
hmm
So why don't they'll lay it out for you and then, let's see what you think about them.
We can try to have you possess one of the bones that Harry carries. Um, we can try to.
Would be a short-term solution.
It would be a
That would not
short-term solution.
end.
You'd just be hanging out in the bone and Harry carrying you around until I can build you a proper body.
And I would be trying to feed you some emotions whenever I can.
Yeah,
A cool android body.
a cool android body. Or I could, we could leave. I could build something. We could come back. But that would mean leaving you here alone for a bit. And the only thing that I can think of for a way to you to go into a thing and then come with us is that, or either that, or maybe you ride in one of our heads. But I'm not really comfortable with that.
Mm. Yeah, I
Simply
don't know
because I'm
about
not
that.
sure if I put you in one of our heads, if how to get you out. And I don't want
All
you
I
to
would like.
trade one prison for another
Well,
prison.
if they freely go in and they're welcomed there, then wouldn't it be easier to get them out than if they're bound someplace?
Oh, okay, but also I feel like we shouldn't have things in our head because obviously we know that there's an order of people who are not on our side who can go in people's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like those people would be able to get into our heads whether or not we helped
Well, let's
rescue
not
them.
give them more of a reason
Yeah.
to get their asset back.
They hadn't been coming to check on this kid.
I mean, that's you.
I don't know
I wouldn't
you.
offer myself for that based on the reasoning I'm giving.
I've got a cozy little spot.
All I would like is that if you leave, please could you leave me something behind so that I know you were real?
Okay, sorry, that entirely just broke my heart. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to bring you with us. So bone, brain pocket. Um, honestly, those are the
Inanimate object in the house?
There was also like maybe finding a dead stray cat or something.
yeah. But I don't
Oh, yeah.
think I don't think we have a dead
We would
stray
have to
cat
go
here.
out and then come back in
Yeah.
in that situation.
Which I don't want to leave this child alone because again, I felt the same thing and I don't want to leave somebody like that.
Completely 100% understand. But we're leaving it
Yeah,
up to
so
you. You
yeah,
get to
which one of
decide.
those sounds better? Also
Yeah.
here. Jane just gives it a ring. And she's still trying to pull its thumb out so that it can put it on.
What is this?
Jewelry, you know, to be like they're just decorations. Like, you know, people like them for
It's
like pretty
something that
reasons.
proves that we were here and we are real.
Hmm,
Yeah, no
thank you.
matter what happens, like with the vessel thing, like you'll have this. But I think it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it pulls out. It sort of looks. Do you have any other rings on your hand, Claudia?
Yeah.
Jane.
Well,
Um.
yeah.
So it looks at your hand, Jane. And it sort of pulls out fingers, sort of as a replication, and slides the ring on exactly where you have a ring.
You could have done this so easily. But that's cute anyways. Yeah, these are, you know, this is fashion. Glad you like it.
Goodbye.
Well,
No,
wouldn't
we're
No.
leaving
no,
it
no,
up
no.
to you.
Yeah, like
These
which
options
option
that we
sounds
were laying
better?
out, wanted to see what you liked. If you liked any of the other options in particular.
Or if you have your own suggestion, you know, we can maybe work with that too.
No promises on that.
I would like to be with you.
Yes, but like how? Like specifically what sort of form would you like to take?
Or which one do you think would be more comfortable?
I
I
don't
think
know.
the end goal is always going to be we're going to give you a body
Of your own.
of your
Yes.
Because
own, but
a
for
sentient
temporary
creature deserves that.
reasons, yeah, like what are you going to be more comfortable with for like short term until Helen can science up something?
I've
Oh,
never had a
sorry.
body. I don't know. What do you think?
I think both have good
I
options.
Yeah, I think just for simplicity's sake, the bone
Like
would be the best option.
well, if I had a personal choice, it would be a place where I was safe and comfortable, where I knew that I wasn't alone, and where I was welcomed. And I would offer you that place if you wanted to stay in the house of my mind, at least until we can get you a body.
You would offer that?
Of your own free will.
Would I have
With the
food there?
caveat of I would offer you specific feelings and specific memories, and you wouldn't just take whatever.
Yes. I do not want to be bad.
Yes. But it is important that you are fed.
Good and bad is relative.
Bad is very relative.
But
The
consent is
only
always
bad that
sexy.
really,
But
like,
consent is always sexy. Yes.
Yes.
consent is what matters, and the bad boils down to whatever harms the people around you and harms yourself.
And you
And as
harm
long
none.
as you're not harming yourself and you're not harming the people around you, then you're good. You're doing your best. And that's all that we can ask of you.
Okay. And it sort of reaches out a now formed hand towards yours.
Yeah. And Harry will reach out and like hold out the hand like this. Because
Like she's
like
holding something as opposed to shaking a hand.
yeah, like so that they can like step into it or whatever. However they
Yeah.
want it.
And it's a very odd feeling. Um, sort of like a mixture of seltzer water and lemon juice flowing through your veins.
Carbonated.
And eventually it comes to rest at your head, and you can feel it shift and curl up a little bit like a cat in a little corner.
Yeah. And like
This is quite
there's
comfortable.
like a nice little armchair that they can sit in. And so the oven in the head dings. And out pop
Bunk.
some cookies. And the cookies taste like curiosity.
Hmm.
All
Delicious.
right.
You cook
Is this a good
emotion
place to end our-
cookies.
They're having some curiosity cookies because they gotta.
Is this a good place to end our score?
I think that's a good place to end the
so too.
score. Feels right.
Okay. And one last detail, because I can. As you go out the elevator and out the crack in the wall, you notice that Dick's head is no longer slushy. It's now in full bloom. Um, the wall is now stone with ivy creeping over it, and beautiful flowers going up. There's trees at intervals, many different colors, reds, greens, blues. The ground is covered with a layer of fresh grass, and you can hear birds, many
Yeah.
birds.
And
God, we cleared out that red dawn crap.
I think that Harry is gonna offer some of the like gratitude and pleasure that they feel in this moment and like give it to the child. Because I think in their head they very much started calling it the child because
You've
like
been calling
that's
it that
what
for a
it
while
is
now,
right now.
so.
Yeah, but like that's very much so what it is. It's not a shadow. It's not something scary and it's not something dangerous. It's just a kid that needs care. And they can do that. Because it doesn't cost them anything that they don't want to give.
All right. That's the end of our score, y'all. Good work.
Gadang!
Um,
Hoi!
so I think Harry, please add as an ally to your sheet the child. And all of you can add Richard Alistair Hobart as an ally as well.
Woohoo!
Oh god, we need to give me a rival. I keep
You
making
can take
all my
patches from me.
I keep making all of my
Oh, I'm
rivals into
sure.
friends. Oh no.
Harry, if you want to talk rival, I need some new villains.
I'll talk to you this week.
Okay. Okay.
That was a trip. Actually, Harry, what do you call taking a unknown creature into your head as self-sacrificing?
It, in a weird way, it didn't feel self-sacrificing so much as it felt very cathartic. Where it felt like something where like again, like they made clear boundaries around what was on offer. And they made it clear that hey, okay, these things are on offer and these things are not. So they're setting like clear healthy boundaries. And this is like but also like because to leave that child in that place was a source of great anxiety for them. And so this is also cathartic in the way of like they're taking care of their own problems here. Like this is not just them taking care of somebody else. This isn't them like taking a hit for their friends so then they can smack some ice lady in the face. Like this is them doing something very healing for somebody else because it's a way that they can also like heal their inner child or whatever, you know?
Okay.
Because like
Yeah.
this is a loneliness that they had felt before. And now they get to, for one thing, they're not going to be alone in their head anymore. Quite literally. Um,
At least until I can
uh,
finish building a body.
Android body, and then we'll have an android ally.
Hell yeah.
yeah,
You should
but
add laser arms as an
There's
attachment.
so many
as long
options.
oh, okay.
Well, I know what my
Harry
downtime
is very
project is.
concerned now about these android choices and is going to be heavily monitoring what Helen comes up with.
If I was a kid, I would love to have laser arms.
If you were a kid, you also wouldn't necessarily have the right amount of self-control to deal with having laser arms. So we're
What do
going to do this the right
what do
way.
you mean? This kid's gonna have 3 totally sane, totally well-adjusted
Aunties.
supervisors and parental figures.
Jane, are you talking about us?
Yeah. Laser arms, laser arms. Jane mimics laser arms.
Harry is terrified. Um,
Okay, okay.
Pew pew pew.
I, as an unbound witch, have to make a robot first. So we gotta understand that this is gonna take a bit.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
not gonna be a
Fair.
one night thing, and I can't go to Radio Shack and buy a kit for this.
Yeah, especially because Radio Shack has that asshole in it
Yeah.
with his goons. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we could work with. Mm, hmm. At first, I was like, I wonder if Jack would be able to
Mm-mm.
help. But then I was like, oh, but Harry really does not like them, and also that would not raise the child to be good.
No.
I feel like this is not the type of entity to introduce to that type of entity.
No,
That's like
no.
a
Yeah,
recipe for
Um,
disaster.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
it's a very bad idea.
Hard
Yeah.
pass.
Who
Yes,
wants to draw down the moon today?
Whose
I
turn is
did
it?
it last time.
Harry,
I, the,
or is it
I
me?
think I did it last time.
okay, then it is Harry's turn.
Yeah.
Right? No, wait. Does Harry start? Harry's done it twice. Helen has done it twice. I think it is Jane's turn.
I thought that I did it twice
No.
because this is round
Oh,
7.
no. We're on. It is my turn.
Yeah. So
I'm
it's just
so
somebody
glad
needs to start the third time.
Yeah.
Oh, but we
Okay.
didn't do it last time.
Huh?
We did
We
not
didn't
do it last time.
Yeah, that's
because we
true.
didn't do a proper
Oh
heist last.
yeah.
We just played we just
I
played.
feel like in my instinctual level, I feel like it is Jane's turn.
I think it's Jane's turn, yeah.
Okay. That's totally fair because I don't remember shit.
Me
Okay.
too.
Well, so we pop back into Helen's
No,
house.
didn't Jane do it after the? I thought Jane did it after the Atom heist.
I have no fucking idea.
I
Let's just have Jane
thought,
do it.
yeah, I thought
Undecided.
that Rowan did it last time, but
I don't remember.
God, who goes before? Who goes after?
Well,
I'm
let's
gonna
just
start
do
making
Jane.
yeah, I
notes.
just go
I
If
now.
we
just
can
So
unfuck it later.
yeah,
yeah.
Rowan, Claudia, and then Ace. That's going to be the new order for now until we forget again.
As long as we write it down, so then we won't forget it.
Rowan's
That's using
writing
too
it
much
down.
brain power. Oh no, Rowan can use the brain power then. Okay, so we pop back into when we pop back into like out of the spell. Does Harry look all right?
Harry, do you look alright?
Harry's happy. Harry's comfy.
Harry, do you
Okay,
still have a
Feeding the
back hitchhiker?
Harry's feeding the child small little scraps of emotions, new emotions, so that they can try different things.
I just need to make sure you still have the hitchhiker with you when we get here. The child.
Yes, Harry, you have the hitchhiker.
Okay.
Cool. Like they've been feeding something in their brain. I hope it's the right hitchhiker.
I wonder if my ring, like if you got an X-ray in your head, if the ring would physically be in your head, or if it.
Well, it was your astral version of your ring when we went in there because you didn't physically like
Yeah,
your physical
Mm,
ring is still on your physical hand here in the physical world.
yeah. It's just
okay.
like the essence of the ring is on the
Okay.
child's finger
Gotcha.
now.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. So Harry is fine. No like bad consequences to that. So thank God. um. Uh. Helen, do you mind if we just like step out onto like the roof area and we'll have like a little outside thingy?
Yeah. Yeah. I think some outside
No, no,
fresh
no,
air
no.
would be a good idea.
We did just do one of no,
What?
it was just one of Jane's drawing down the moons because we did the breathing exercises.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I thought I did another meditation one where we did
Yeah, it was like the breathing exercises and the meditation and
yeah,
stuff.
that's two.
Yeah, that was the
Well, now we
second.
need someone to do a third.
Well, anyways,
Um,
We're in
we
my
got it,
house. I'll do it.
we got it. It doesn't matter.
first.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Um, okay, so I'm gonna lead us outside. Can I, would it be a correct assumption to say like Helen has some type of like fire pit or something? Like,
The
okay,
roof
so
is
I'm gonna,
probably got a lot of accoutrement up here, but it's not just us that come up here, so we have to be prepared for that.
oh, okay. Um, well, I'm gonna check, make sure, oh, fire pit's not used. Let's light that baby up. You know,
Fire!
let's also retroactively say that we brought some marshmallows up here and that there were like by the fire pit, there's like, like
Like the
self-service
marshmallow crates.
sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I hand everybody a stick. I'm like, okay. Um, I hand Harry two sticks and then I look confused at myself. Um, I'm like, okay, guys, that was. I don't, we didn't really find out too much about the Red Dawn except that they can make like entities, which is pretty interesting. But we definitely helped out Dick today, and we got this little person.
Nugget
So,
thing.
good job. Pat on the back, everybody.
Woot.
Um, so let's enjoy these marshmallows. And like with that, she'll do a little flourish to activate the magic as we eat the marshmallows.
Helen is going
Yeah,
to be very
nice.
precise to make sure that her marshmallow gets exactly the right amount of browning on every side.
Nice.
Harry
I
just
mean,
sticks
God,
hers
it probably
into
catches on
the
fire. It
fire,
never.
Yeah,
lights it on
I know.
fire on purpose,
Mine for sure
bites
catches
off,
on fire.
lights the sticky bit, bites off, lights the sticky bit until the whole
Um,
thing.
and
Perfectly toasted marshmallow. It'll take me 3 tries, but I'll get it.
so I roll my lowest thingy, so
Of
that's
insight or willpower.
of insight,
So you're lower of insight or willpower.
Or
willpower.
willpower?
Fuck, insight or resolve. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2 dice. My lowest is 2.
Got it.
Let's see what we get. And you know what? Actually, I don't like the way this dice was looking at me. I'm gonna do the different dice. We'll do the black and red one. Okay. Try the other one. Okay. Well, I got a 4
4.
and a
Nice.
1.
That's very good. So all of you are going to restore 4 essence, and including your patron boon, 3 willpower.
Because we were
And Jane
technically
is
safe.
as stress-free as she could be right now.
3 willpower.
3 willpower.
Nice.
Or S.
Is there anyone who is still missing any essence?
No.
Okay.
We didn't do a lot of essence this time around.
Okay. I was asking because I keep forgetting that I have the ability to transfer essence between willing witches and artifacts. I have an extra essence. I could transfer it to someone. However, I can't recharge my enchantment because it's already full. So
Yeah, as per usual, it's my willpower that's struggling.
Yeah, that
as
was
per usual,
unfortunate. We got so many fails for that. All
God,
of us
I
failed.
that was bad. Hoi!
rolled
All right.
3 ones.
Yes.
All right, downtime.
All right.
Okay,
I
downtown.
mean, that's a lot of XP for you, Harry. Well, I think one was a fortune roll, but
Yeah.
Yeah, one was a fortune roll. The other one, it was out of 2 die, so it'll only be 1 XP,
I
even
see.
though it's 3 ones.
Alrighty, who
Alright.
wants to do their downtime first?
I know what my
Um,
downtime is.
Okay, what do you do?
I need to create a clock for building an android body for the child.
Android body.
Android buddy. Um,
buddy.
so I feel like this would be an 8 clock.
All right. I'm debating if the android body would be treated as an artifact or a charm. I'm
I believe
guessing
if you want,
probably artifact because it's
if it was a charm, it would deteriorate, and you would have to keep refilling it with your
lingering.
essence.
Yeah,
An artifact would be able to sustain itself. However, you would have to source some sort of magical component.
I'm willing to do that because I don't know how to
Okay.
build like an actual android, so I'm going to have to just build an artifact of some sort. And it's probably going to be kind of zombie-esque.
Or like, what about like a wooden child that you grow out of
A
something?
Pinocchio.
A Pinocchio? I'm
Pinocchios
thinking
don't have laser arms, though.
I'm thinking more. Have you ever seen there's a
I was thinking
movie
like
or
the
cartoon
Warforged
that's
from Lateron, where it's like
oh, okay, yeah.
stone and wood and plant life all stuck together.
That's kind of cool.
Like a fern from Adventure Time.
We're going to have to figure that out. That's just all we're saying.
Yay.
That's
Regardless of what it is, it's going to be eight
You can
clock.
take some time to define it, but how do you work on it today?
Wait.
today I'm going to start by researching if there's ever anyone who has made something like this. And if so, where do I start?
Okay.
With this,
So,
sorry, this is really, um, I don't know if like usually we can't do help actions on like downtime activities, but I feel like this would definitely be something that Harry would want to help with.
I think
Well,
actually if you do downtime activities together, I think you can give help 1 stress, 1 extra dice.
if I remember correctly, we have a research library as part of our coven now, right?
Yeah, we just got
Oh,
one.
yeah, you do.
I'm going to be using the heck out of that.
Nice. So maybe we have a little montage where we see you and Harry surrounded by books, reading the heck out. Harry, actually, do you want to spend a downtime action to work on this with Helen?
Yeah.
Okay. So this sounds like study to me, since you're just hitting the books.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, both of you, go for it.
Please die.
All
Oh,
right.
fuck me.
However many ones you have gotten tonight, I have gotten that many sixes.
Oh my goodness.
Did
I
you just get
re-
a 6?
Yeah, I just got another 6. I really like this die. This
I got
die
a
is going to get
4!
extra special treatment. Yay! Congratulations on your 4.
My first actual
Nice.
success of the night.
So altogether, that is 5 ticks on the 8 clock. You're more than halfway done. If you wanted to spend more, you might be able to finish it today.
Oh my god, you guys are
Well,
so
over the
smart.
course of a week, technically. But I think you're researching into this. You're hitting the books. How did you get this library? Has it
I
been a
think,
work in progress for a long time, and now it's
yeah,
finally complete?
I think it's kind of been something that we've been building together and like with Redacted.
Mm-hmm.
Where like Redacted used to have like 1 or 2 occult books in a back room somewhere. It was kind of a mess, but then like Harry and Helen and Jane have all been like adding new ones that they've either like had in their own collections or whatever, and like compiling it all into one place and then organizing it and everything so that it's like an actual library instead of just like
Books in a box.
these prop up my desk.
So I think you find exactly the text you need. as you're working together, combing through books.
Is it by a Dr.
Um,
Frankenstein?
I think it's
Frankenstein.
called
Excuse me.
Semacurum. Ah, fuck, I never know how to pronounce Semacurum.
Simulcarum?
Simocarum.
Oh,
Is that how you do it?
I don't know. I have
I
no
don't
idea.
know. I'll have to look that up. Whatever that
it's
word
called
is.
Malcolm,
The
but
study of
in, like,
artificial body. And it's a guide on how to make bodies for lingering ghosts. But you have a feeling that
the
This will
same
work.
yeah,
stuff will work.
you know, you're working with a non-corporeal essence that has will. So you bet this will work. The thing is, you need a phoenix feather.
Ooh.
And those are, you either have to get it from the phoenix, which is very dangerous, or you have to buy it from the Fey market, which is very expensive and also pretty dangerous.
How many
I have
fake
no
fruits
money.
in our? Because I have
That's going to be a next time thing then. Getting the
2 fake fruits,
I have
and then we
one
have
fey fruit.
like a couple in. Oh wait, did we spend that on leveling our coven?
Nice. You might have, no, actually, you didn't spend. I think the Coven ones are still there.
Okay,
But
so
I think the range I'm thinking is like 8 to 10 Fey fruit to buy one on the market.
okay.
It's not
Okay,
cheap.
yeah. We'll need to do a job where we get money.
Either that or locate your own phoenix.
Oh, yeah. Well,
All right. So, need a phoenix. Gotcha.
We have established that Harry has somewhat of an affinity for finding wounded animals that are fantasy creatures and
The thing
nursing
is,
them
I
back
think
to health.
the fantasy creatures you find, they're sort of like little, they live in garbage cans. Phoenix are fucking huge. They live on like the sides of mountains, they soar over entire oceans. They're not what you would find on the standard New York City alleyway, unfortunately.
Calm.
Okay. So that's my
I
first
just want to
action.
go with heaven and earth and
Someone
my
else
baby.
gets their action before I do my second one.
okay. To finish up the first actions, I will go ahead and work on talking to animals. My
Yeah, buddy.
project. And I totally forgot what I'm supposed to roll, but I think,
Well, what role do you think this is? So what do you do?
well, obviously, I'm gonna go to my boy Patches, and once again in cat form. And okay, this time I don't have those shitty doobie snacks. This time I bring a little bag of Wagyu beef that's
Ooh, you
already cubed
splurging.
up. Yeah. She found all of the she went through all the couches that she had access to looking for coins until she had enough money to buy like an ounce of Wagyu. Um anyways, she has this little baggie just in her mouth. She goes finds Patches and she's like, "Okay, Patches, you know, I'm coming to you again because you and me we're gonna be friends. It's gonna happen and I'm gonna totally understand what you say." As she drops the bag and nudges it forward to him. And
Alrighty. What
I
sort
bel
of role do you think this is?
yeah, I believe that would be he's not my friend, he's still my rival, so it's gonna has to be a sway. And that's
Alrighty, go for it.
2 dice. Let's switch it up. I don't know why. I'm looking at this blue and purple one and I'm just not feeling it. I'm not gonna roll it. I Okay, dice. Well, I got a 5 and I also got a 1. I've been rolling a lot of ones, but I always like not
Nice.
in
So that
in
adds.
critical moments.
So you see, he gobbles that wagyu right up. And then he meows, and you can swear there's a bit of like, oh my god, that was bad, but
My God, I'm starting to understand.
And he scampers off without even saying thank you.
Wow.
The fact that he
But
didn't attack me is all the things that Jane needs.
and so you are halfway through that clock, I believe. And we're on to round 2 of downtime. Who's next?
Ace, I went first last time, so your turn.
Okay, cool. I would like to recoup some willpower. Have the couple of days passed?
Has the couple.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so I do want to go and visit Rose and tell her about meeting the child and giving the child space within my mind and whatnot, and just like introducing them to each other, I guess.
See how Rose reacts
Yeah,
to letting a
kind of.
non-corporeal being camp in your brain pan.
I'm sure Rose
So,
knows
okay.
enough about. We'll see.
So I think since it's coming up in real life, I feel like it's sort of close to Valentine's Day around now in New York City, or Fantasy New York City. Yeah, New York City. And you're on the island, and I think you two are sitting at a cute little cafe on the patio. She has like a cup of coffee. What did you order?
Well, I, I feel like this is so. This is not date times kind of conversations, okay? Like,
Okay. So where are you pitching this to her?
so I think this would be like more of just like one of those days where you just like are chilling with the person that you love and you're hanging out and you're talking about like the stuff that has been going on in the past week, and maybe like she tells Harry what was going on and why they weren't supposed to visit. And
And she says about that. Yeah, sorry about that. We had Shiva found a mole, um, and we had to close down while we caught them.
but everybody's okay.
Everyone's okay. Dave, not Dave. Fuck, that name's already used.
Yeah, Dave is
Bill,
already.
Bill got a little singed. Nothing bad.
I'm glad. We had a heist thing. We've been worried about Richard. Um, the last time we went in his mind, it was kind of a mess, and there was ice everywhere, and that's not normal. And there was a lot of underworld resonance where they shouldn't have been underworld resonance, and uh, we followed these footprints. I did this really cool thing with spores, and they go off like really explaining in detail like exactly how they had worked that magic and like all this stuff. Just like
Wow,
fully
impressive.
just fully going into every single blinding detail about it, because that's just what you do with the person that you love. You just share all of the itty bitty gritty details of all the things that you're enjoying. Um, and then like they keep telling the story, and they talk about like um how like their nightmare affected them, and like how it felt to be like all alone, but how like they had clung to this idea that like their friends were going to come for them, because like they couldn't be alone forever, like nobody's alone forever. And then like how their friends had come for them, and like how that was really really nice, and then they found this child there who had been living like this their whole life, and they were alone, and I may have offered them a place inside my mind where they could be safe and fed and healthy, because I couldn't let them be alone.
Hmm.
We can do a
What sort of
working and you can
child?
meet them sometime. Uh, they feed on emotions. Um, we think they were created by the Red Watch to guard a powerfully happy memory within Richard's mind. We're not exactly sure what was going on there, but it wasn't good for either of them. And the child needed another place to be, and we couldn't kill it because it was just a child and it didn't know any better. And now I'm feeding it joy and love, and it's tasting things other than loneliness, and it's really good for it.
I do not trust anything that comes from the Red Watch, but I trust your judgment, Harry.
They're not part of the Red Watch. They didn't ask to be created by them. They didn't ask to be bound into his mind. They just were. And now they're out and they're safe, and I will care for them and I will teach them how to care for themselves and how to care for other people. And they won't
If
be
you
alone
never
anymore.
need any help, Harry, you can count on me.
You know I could. And like
All right.
Harry is fully bawling. Fully bawling into Rose's
So
shoulder.
sweet.
And just like feeding some of that, like the fact that this is not sadness, that this is joy that's causing this crying,
Reaction.
so that the child knows that this is like a happy thing and stuff, so that like they can
Tears
start
can
getting
be
used to,
happy
like,
as well as sad.
different reactions leading to different emotions, and like how what's happening on the outside isn't always connected to like doesn't always mean the same thing in different people, in different situations or in different people.
Yeah. So what sort of role do you I think I'm getting a consort vibe here.
Yeah, that's a heavy consort vibe, yeah. Unfortunately,
All
I have
right.
no pitch in consort.
Still?
I wish
You
I
need to
had
work on
consort.
that. You realize that, right?
I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I keep making friends with everybody. But I don't have any friends in consort.
Well, go for it, you know?
And spending willpower to get back willpower is very silly.
Yes.
So I roll 2 dice and I take the lower.
Yep.
See,
I'd say
Harry's really
you had to have gotten
really.
all the ones out of the way already.
Yeah, they're
I
done.
fucking hope so. I fucking hope so. 2 5s.
Nice.
That
Nice.
is the
Yeah.
highest roll by far.
So, you are going to recover 2 willpower.
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed.
Nice.
Oh, I get I roll an extra die when
When
I'm
you're with
Oh
her.
recovering
yeah,
willpower
cuz you want to roll that
with
dice and
memory.
well, actually, technically you really should have only rolled 1 dice, so I'll take the
Yeah,
higher of the 2, which is a 5.
they're both 5. But
Yeah.
yeah, cool. In any case, it all shakes out the same, but I need to actually pay attention to that ability, even though it's in tiny print at the bottom of my sheet.
That's some highlight shit or something. I don't know.
Highlight it. I'm gonna highlight it. It's gonna be bright green.
Helen, Jane, who's next?
You, I know if
Yeah, go
already.
right ahead.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Question. Speaking of this ability, um, would um would Richard be part of Harry's support system or no?
I don't think so, because he wasn't included when you made that. And I'm not sure you have. He's an ally, but I'm not sure he's completely a friend yet. I'm
Okay,
not sure
because
he's
like
someone Harry
Harry
would
has
confide
been
in.
trying to be friends with him this whole time. Well, not this whole time, but like most of the time. Like after what they saw in his brain, they were just like this kid needs cookies. He needs so many cookies. He needs so much love.
If you want, do you want to do later a long-term project for Richard, like a 4 o'clock, something quick, like called Make Friends with Richard?
Yeah, sure. You can do
Cool.
that.
You can do the next session, or if you want to spend a Fey fruit to get another action.
I want to hold on to the Fey fruits so that then I can use them to buy a phoenix feather.
Got it. Okay. Jane, you're up.
Okay. So easy peasy. I'm just going to do a training, and I am going to train my insight.
What does that look like?
I think when Harry and Helen are in the library doing their android montage, Jane is watching. Like, so you just keep reading the books that don't have the pretty pictures in them. um, so she's looking how they use study, and she's like, yes, yes, not the anime mangas.
Helen keeps writing things in this other book.
Is that a highlighter? Why they're not drawing
And Harry's
pictures
just
though?
like typing things into their mycelium? What?
Well, Jane doesn't write that down. She figures she can't do that. But that's how Jane is going to. But she's staying off to the sideline. So honestly, if a fourth person were to walk in, they would look really creepy. But she just doesn't want to disturb them studying.
And they're fully hyper focused, so they're definitely not
Yeah,
worried.
we barely even notice you're there. Occasionally, I might remember that you're there and ask if you would get me a beverage of some form, but that would be it. Which
Jane,
reminder,
Harry will
hydrate.
no problem.
Harry will like reach out and like hand water bottles when they hear. But then eventually they run out of water bottles in their pockets. What?
Guys, I've
Oh
been there so
no.
long. But yes, that's how I think Jane will do. Raise her insight. Watch other
Nice.
people do it.
Helen, what's your last action?
I've been toying with either raising my resolve or um, doing doing something to reduce our infamy, or what is it, the
Oh, yes, your fate.
yeah,
Let's see how much you have right now.
the bad thing that people keep hearing about us and we don't want them to know that we exist, so I'm supposed to do community service. Is that right? I
I
don't
think that's what it was. Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
remember
right
how
now
this
you have
works.
4 fate. Yeah, so you do some sort of community service. We decide what sort of action role it is, and it
Mhm.
reduces fate based on how it went.
Okay. Um I'm going to go to Jane.
Oh, and you get karma equal to the fate you reduced.
Oh, okay. I'm still gonna go to Jane and go, so Jane, I wanna like do some community service stuff, but I don't really know how. And for some reason you strike me as the person who would know how to do that. So
Well, fair assumption. I do community service with my little kids all the time.
excellent. All right. How do you do that?
Well, what a coinky dink. The kids are actually throwing a fundraiser right now. They're disguised as Boy and Girl Scouts, but um, they're actually using that money to buy a new game console. Anyways, but the fundraiser is still for a game console, but they're disguised not as street urchin gang members. Anyways, if you want to be what are they called? A chaperone, um you can kind of see like the older kids are in charge of it, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can just kind of watch what they do, and it would be even better for the disguise because you would look like a mom or something, or a parent.
Responsible adult is about
And
as big of a disguise as I think I can get, because we all know that I'm not a responsible adult.
well, I mean, you don't really need to wear anything. You just need to look older than them, which they're
Oh,
children, so yeah.
excellent. Do I need a disguise for this? Like,
Only if you want to. Like, go balls to the wall crazy if you want to, but you don't need to.
Okay, I will attempt to chaperone,
Okay,
but we'll see
you
how
know
that
what?
works.
I'll be there, but in case you get there before me, just go ahead and talk to Angus and tell him I sent you and that you're supervising.
Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah,
It's hard to
of
forget
course.
that one. Yeah.
Unfortunately, sometimes he's a little rascal. Um, but yeah,
And
they got your back.
and you get to the cookie stand, which is set up on a busy intersection. And you see Angus and a couple other kids there, and they're wearing little scout uniforms. They've got little fake badges. You wonder where they got this.
I'm assuming
Um,
they shoplifted them or something.
I'm assuming that they beat up and stole a bunch of Boy and Girl Scouts' uniforms, but
Well, so they're not thought as too much as hooligans. They also have disguise kits, just like me. That's like
Yeah,
part of the training. You must be
sure.
adept in using disguise kits. They steal from rich people,
true. All right.
which children are usually not rich.
so
No.
yeah, they're not super
But their
disguised
parents
because I
would
don't think they
be.
need to be. But Angus runs up to you, Helen, and he's like, "Hey, Miss Helen, I didn't think you'd be here."
Yeah, I'm here to help out and play the role of a responsible adult. In fact, I'm wearing a t-shirt that says cleverly disguised as a responsible adult.
That's perfect.
We know that isn't true.
Yeah.
But it's good to hear. And he shoves a box of Thin Mints in your hands. And he's like, bribery! Um,
Are these for me? Because I will eat the
yeah,
entire
yeah,
box.
don't tell Miss Jane, but look. And he pulls out of his coat an enormous super soaker. We're gonna get her.
My God.
I know nothing. I've seen nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jane on her way to check on Helen is like, I don't know why. I feel like somebody's whispering about me. I get some type of feeling, but I guess it's nothing. La 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 la.
Okay,
um, and
I
I
do
think
need
when
to
Jane gets
know.
there, they are perfectly poised. And Angus is like, "Hey, Miss Jane!" And he runs up, and then he pulls out the super soaker and.
Jane dies. No,
Rip Jane. Game
she
over.
she does a dead drop, and then it looks like kind of serious for a second before she springs up, and she's like, "You guys better be raising money, and you gotta tell Helen how to do it!" And she chases all the kids.
All right. What sort of role do you think this is, Helen?
I have absolutely no idea.
Let me look at the list of. Give me a second to
Certainly
open
not
that.
brawling anything. Study, survey, target, nope.
I
Finesse, prowl, spring, command.
Maybe command to look like a big responsible adult, or sway to lie and pretend that you're a big responsible adult.
I'm thinking more sway than command, if that's all right. I'm going to use the dice that's
Yeah.
been nice to me tonight. I got a 3.
Ooh, buddy. So you are going to restore 1 infamy, 1 fate.
Okay,
You get 1 karma.
that's
Are you
good,
going to
right?
record the fate, or am I? I
Can
got
you?
it. I'm there.
Because I don't have the thing. And karma, good, bad, ugly. I don't know how this works.
Karma, good. Basically, if you have more karma levels than Fey Fruit when you finish, you become a paragon of your community and you are loved and respected. If you have more Fey Fruit, you become a lich.
Okay. All right.
It's
That's
more
good to know.
fun than spending most of our Fey fruit, isn't it?
True. I'd have to look up those rules. I might not be completely right. But you know,
I'm
No,
karma
gonna
that
good.
sounds right.
I'm gonna
Or
be
it
a
That
depends
sounds
paragon
on
just
right.
by
actually what you want to
default.
be.
Huh? The Paragon isn't what you want to be?
But I said I'm gonna just be a paragon by default because I'm broke. I don't have any money, but I do have 2 karma. because of that one time I did community service, but I must
So,
have not rolled good.
Helen,
Yes.
that 3 means that a complication occurs. What do you think goes wrong on your day of chaperoning the kids?
We deal with a Karen.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
You didn't
And
roll a
you.
1.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
But I had like the Karen was getting too Karenish, so I had to like step in and do the whole dude. These are kids selling
Yeah.
cookies. This isn't
So you look
gourmet.
over. So you look. Sorry. You look
Yeah.
over at Angus, and you see there's a woman there. She's got a short bob cut. And she is just. I bought my cookies last week and they haven't been delivered. Why haven't you delivered my cookies? Or something like that. I don't know. And Angus is like, lady.
And I'm going to have to step in, like between them. Go like, excuse me, you're screaming at a child because FedEx isn't doing their job? I think you need to like reevaluate your life and go somewhere else for a little bit. Okay, lady?
What? You're so rude. Like, I want to speak to your manager.
I am the manager.
Yeah. No, you should do that thing where you turn around and then you face back again.
Okay, hold on. Yes, I am the manager. How may I help you?
And she looks like she swallowed a lemon, and then she just sort of storms off,
Clutching her pearls.
clutching her pearls.
Okay, guys, we're gonna need like to do this on a different corner next time. Okay, we need to make sure that we're
Yeah.
like doing this in different locations so that people like Karen can't find us again. Okay?
Yeesh, thanks, Miss Helen. She was a real piece of work.
Yeah, they're a doozy. I can tell you stories. Anyway.
And I imagine the rest of it is Helen telling the kids her Karen stories.
That she read off Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
They don't know that. Alrighty, I think that's a wrap, y'all. Time to move into XP.
Yeah.
I'm bopping.
I'm
okay?
ready.
I'm bopping.
All right. Who's going first?
I think I know my stuff if I can just knock them out the way.
Yeah,
Sure.
shoot.
Um, excuse me. I did not mean to minimize you. Okay.
Got the
So
hiccups.
many
Yeah,
forms, check. Familiar assistance, check. When Sweet Pea flew around.
Yeah, you got
Um,
that.
yeah. Adaptable. I feel like in multiple situations, adaptable came into play. And
Yes.
then, tell me if this is okay or not. I feel like the situation with the nightmare scenarios, I feel like that could have been bad if I wouldn't have rolled a critical 6. And that would that fit under struggled with issues? Like the trauma would be like it was her worst fear.
I think trauma is related. Usually, I would say you are the arbiter of your own XP, but I think trauma is referring to the game term. So if you max out your willpower, you get
Mm.
trauma.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think that's more linked to the mechanics, but that's a good
Because if
thought.
you get a certain amount of trauma, then you can't play that character anymore.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
get 4.
Okay, got you. Oh yeah, I see the little boxes for trauma. Okay, well then we're gonna go back to our usual Wheel of Fortune, which like we kind of established that's like the karma stuff, and I think we did a good job today with Dick's whole situation
Yes.
and the kid. So
Oh, fuck, everyone
wham
froze.
bam, thank you, ma'am. There's 4.
There you go. Comp, you froze for us?
I know they disappeared. here.
Comp.
Come. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay,
Yay!
there he is. On my screen. Oh, okay, there we go. There.
Okay.
Never mind.
Alright.
Ignore me. Okay,
I'm
that's me
still
done.
frozen on the stream. It's so funny.
Yeah. It came back on the stream.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
back
I
on the
was looking
screen
at too.
now.
I got confused.
Yeah. Cool. So I will do XP next.
Sure, go for it.
Cool. So I think I definitely addressed a tough challenge with wisdom and underworld knowledge, which is 2. And then expressed disposition, which is nurturing, right? The fuck is my disposition?
Definitely.
Yes,
Pretty
it
sure
is.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, disposition is nurturing. I at least a couple times. Not in the least of which when I adopted a child into my brain. Um, so I think that's 4. Because
Sweet.
I still have not gotten any trauma or harm. Or
I mean,
anything.
your casting style. Remember, you didn't have any link to mycelium, in
Yeah, but I
the
didn't.
underworld.
So that
That's
caused you not to be
true.
able to cast.
Wait, did the other 2 roll things when they were in their nightmare?
I had them roll resistance rolls, but that was because they're actively struggling.
Yeah, Harry just straight up didn't struggle because they didn't think that they could do anything about it.
And that's why
Like,
that
they
shit happened.
probably would
That's
have
why they
done
didn't
things
make it out.
worse. Okay, cool. So that's 5. Wow.
Not to shatter the secret, but
Harry, I'm sure, is talking to as many people as possible about that because that was just this side of traumatic. It was a party.
party.
If anything,
Alright.
my thing kind of turned into a power dream
Yeah,
because
no,
of the critical 6.
Harry had a bad time. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah. Well, we're good now. Yes,
Yes, we're
we
good.
get out.
You guys came for them, so they're happy. I'm
Helen.
so close to getting
So
consort.
close.
Oof,
Oh,
I
damn.
no.
just needed one more.
Oh.
Rip.
Well, I was definitely impulsive in making a bargain with an unknown entity. Excuse me. The magician is about transmuting. I think that happened.
Yeah. You're making an android.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm transmuting all kinds of shit all over the place. Plus, I got to, take brain flowers. That's kind of cool. I didn't get to use an artifact I created. I was calculating and trying to figure out how to get the heck out of Dodge and all the different options for different ways to get the child out of the place. Um, I I believe I I did the disposition, yes. Helen's belief that no one should be bound or caged, I think, really came into play, and why she was willing to make that bargain. That's a pretty strong belief for her. Um, and so I think that's got me at 4, because I didn't have any casting style issues, trauma, harm, or any of that other stuff.
Sweet.
All right.
Alrighty. That's it, y'all. Thanks for watching the session. If you're still here at the bitter end, hats off to you. Thanks for watching.
I'm not wearing my
Yep.
All right. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.